Welcome.
Yeah, as long as we don't have any combat-based stuff right now, yes.
The very beginning portion of this is literally just going to be expose and explaining the mission, and then you guys will be good to go.
Cool.
So
I'm still setting up all my spells.
No, cool.
Okay, have a nice day.
welcome,
Wow.
welcome
do I get a
to the
feat?
town.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can have a feat if you want.
I want extend spell.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool.
That was the other thing, is that you either get a feat or you get a stat increase, your choice.
I will take my feat because it means that my friends can stay around longer.
Perfect. I am hydrated. Let's fucking start half an hour late, just like normal. Woo!
Well, it's only 15.
For me.
Yeah, it works. It's fine.
For me, this is normal. My sessions sometimes don't start for an hour and a half because only 3 people will show up, and then the other 5 will all show up at the same time. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
So, you are in the town of Epigrossos, which let me show you... Actually, hold on. Let me make sure that everything that's supposed to be is... Yeah, see, this is the reason why we double check before we just show you guys stuff, because everything is visible right now, and that is not what I want.
I fixed it. I made it work.
That's on the map layer. That's why... Okay.
No,
So,
I'm half
welcome-
nonchalant expecting a Rick roll somewhere in this.
There's a very good chance of that. Stay tuned. Welcome to the town of Epigrossos. It is a harbor town that's up the river a little ways. So, like, the ocean is down there, but there's not a good spot for a harbor. So all of the inland traffic for this continent comes through this river, basically. And this town is like the best gas station on the way there. This is the Tervalkin River that's flowing through there, and there is just some local noble in charge. You are all travelers who have found yourself here at various times, and you found somebody, like just an urchin, who ran up to you and handed you the flyer that you saw me post in the Discord. And you decided to check it out. So, you went to the specified location, which on the map is going to be right there on the far east side of the city, and it is a rundown looking business. Not quite a nice place. You know, kind of falling apart and shit like that. Very clearly empty, but there you go. There you have it. And you are more than welcome to begin at will or introduce yourself in character. That's your guys' cue, by the way.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yep. So, you guys see Atreya. She is rather ghostly or sickly looking. She's in grayscale, and you can see through her, and she's holding a glaive, but she's not really saying much.
Also, there is... just so you know you're in the right place, there is a big sign hanging right next to the door that proves you're in the right place.
Okay. Excellent.
So you would probably see my goblin standing there with all of his little friends. I don't know if my friends are made yet, though.
I am working on it so hard. Please
no problem.
Bear with me just a second here. But yeah, you've got a collateral damage of buddies with you.
So I have. Oh, I've done bad things to my stream. Okay, whatever, fine. This guy, this guy, and this guy. For the people watching, they are all my little friends because my name is Biddles McKraken. And he had no friends in his goblin tribe because they were all barbarians, and he was smart and weak. And one day he found a necromancy tome, and he began learning how to make his own friends and summon his own friends. And he summons his friends. They need names. I'll give them names at some point. And he just really wants to have friends. That's his goal in life. And if that's doing adventures with people, he's found that kind of works. People don't put up with him for long. He's kind of cloying, but he means well.
I guess I'll go next. So without skipping a beat, you see a very tall, black-haired man wearing what looks to be very shitty black armor. It looks like it's about to fall off.
Does
He'll
he
walk
have
out.
like a big sword or something, or?
He has on his back. He's carrying a big old battle axe, or a great axe, I should say.
Okay, somebody want to go next?
Alright. I think. Oh yeah, go ahead, Alec. Go ahead.
Okay. Garibaldi is very likely outside of the tavern, entertaining children in the town. As a druid, he likes to make fun with going invisible to the children and reappearing as an animal shape behind them. And he changes shapes and all that as he needs to make them smile. And that's just all he's doing. He's just entertaining children.
Okay, I guess that leaves me as the last one. You see what looks like a leatherback style turtle walking about with a small tree growing on his back, and he is carrying with him his bag and a shield and morning star at his side, and he is just calmly walking about with his glasses, taking a look at his book as he wanders around, looking up to make sure he's going the right way.
Okay, I think I have all your tokens squared away now. There we go.
I should mention that Garibaldi is a little halfling gnome, or halfling with blue hair and heterochromatic eyes, one green, one blue.
All right, so you guys all kind of approach, and you're kind of like, I don't know what exactly is going on here, but clearly we're all here in the right place where we need to be. So right before anybody can knock, the doors are thrown open to reveal probably the single most stylish looking Warforged you've ever seen, in probably the shittiest and most rundown looking great hall of a house this size you have any right to expect. This is the gentleman in question. God darn it. Very stylish.
What a dapper gentleman.
He is a dapper gentleman, and he steps out, and he says to all of you...
This music's loud.
Sorry, I will
Alright.
turn it down. Nope, I will. I
What's
can.
loud?
The music. Sorry.
Oh, you have
Um,
music in the thing. I don't even have that on.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to, I do have theme music for some of this stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he throws open the doors and he says, "Greetings, I am Troubadour. You
Yes.
must be the applicants for our
Yes.
little journey. Please make yourselves comfortable and come in, come in." And he gestures to follow him.
That's a
Which one,
little...
yes.
Oh yeah, no, Garibaldi. That was like, I haven't heard that one before. But all right.
I have been dying to do a Warforged with auto-tune pretty much since one of my characters was like, I should download an auto-tune mod for my Warforged, and I was like, oh, that's brilliant. So, Troubadour gestures you to follow him into this room. And he leaves the door open clearly, so that would let you guys see what's in the room.
Are you a
It is
necromancer?
a,
You got a skull on the ground. We can be friends. I'm a necromancer.
I have no problem with necromancy, but believe you me, people who have lived here before are dead.
I know
And
all
he
about
gestures
dead
for
people.
each one of you to take a seat at the table.
Do you have a dead person?
Why do I feel like you're gonna break out in song?
Because the auto tune gives it some
It is
melodic
entirely
tone.
possible that I will break out in song. One never knows.
I'm just waiting
Oh,
for
shit, that
Let It
the
Go
auto
to
tune
be
wasn't on
busted
for that.
out.
And Meta, yes, sure.
Okay.
That is absolutely fine. We are good to go. So I'm going to launch into a little monologue revealing exactly what's going on right now. If the auto tune gets to be too much, just let me know. But it is thematic. So you're all here for the job. The job is this: in this town, there is a local, how shall we put it, asshole. He's very rich. We're not quite sure what exactly he does, but he helps other rich people become more rich, and he's just generally not well liked. We happen to know that he is a dealer in dark arts and, I don't know, just crappy morals. And he is known as the Dragon. His name is Ankrabot. So if you hear me refer to Ankrabot the Dragon, please know that that is who I refer to. He is the target. In town, he has a very large manor. It is very well guarded, and it's probably where most of his stuff goes down, the ancient rituals and evil spells and whatnot. However, he has a dungeon just outside of town called the Cataxis Argramentum, and it is a bitch to get inside. We have virtually no intel except that most people who go in die. The job is this: break in. Now, I just made that sound pretty horrible, right? So I thought to myself, and I thought out loud to my partner, what would make it easier? Well, I can tell you one thing: I don't like adventuring through dungeons very much. There's a lot of enemies to kill, traps to avoid, and the smell is horrible and the air is musty. And as a warforged, that can gunk up my gears pretty bad. So,
But sometimes you find friends in dungeons.
especially if one is a necromancer and chooses to make friends whether the friends want to be made or not.
They always want to be made.
This is fair. And if I perish on this mission, I give you permission to bring me back to give you a hug. But please, nothing more. So, here's the plan. We are going to plant a homing device inside the dungeon so that we know the location of the treasure room and we can avoid the entirety of the dungeon crawl. Once it's in there, all we have to do is go above the dungeon and drill straight down. My partner, who you will meet shortly, has designed a drill. All we really need from you is to plant the item. And at this point, he pulls out a couple of things. The first one he pulls out is a terrifying looking flute. He shows this to you, and he tells you that this is an item that's dark enough it should get the attention of Ankrabot the Dragon, but like it's not super just usable, so he'll have to plan about it, so he'll probably stick it in his vault until he has time to deal with it. It is paired to the sword he pulls out, and basically whoever wields the sword can always point directly to where that one is. They are called the pigeon and the nest because one homes to the other like a homing pigeon. Questions so far?
Where's the birds?
Yeah, we're not showing this all to kids, right? Like, this is definitely not going to go toward any children.
In fact, doing this mission will save many children, as it is believed some of the orphans on the street go missing towards Ankrabot's manor, and this is not acceptable.
Good to know.
Yes. So, basic concept: skip the dungeon, drill straight down for the item. Do you guys have any questions about this so far?
Are we expecting any kind of security there? What are we expecting to
In
be
the
down
vault
there?
room, in the vault room, once we actually get in there, there shouldn't be basically any problems. Maybe a token guard. In the forest, it's technically a haunted forest. It's called the Illerbroges Forest, and it's thought that most of the failed experiments of Ankrabot end up there, kind of hanging around the horrible aura of the dungeon that seeps up. So it's possible you might need to scare some things off, but I don't imagine there's anything powerful, as travelers regularly make journeys through there, and as long as they're in groups, they aren't bothered. Moving on, this will be the main portion of effort in this campaign, in this one-shot. We will need to take on one of the personnel members of Ankrabot's household and business guard. We have several different options, and I will leave it up to you. And with this, he puts 6 pieces of paper with sketches on them in front of you. The first one, codename Bastard. The second one, codename Chuckles. The third one, codename the Devil herself. Fourth one, codename Sawbones. The fifth one, codename Impresario. And the last one, codename Gary.
God damn it, there's always a Gary.
Any of them have a good bounty on their head?
Technically, all of these are citizens of good standing, with the exception of Gary. We literally know nothing about him except that he is a drow. Also, the devil herself, we don't know if she is a human, a mortal, or what. We believe that she is basically an asshole.
How is
I don't
one
care.
simply basically an asshole
Well, you
and
can
nothing
ask-
else?
I
Well,
mean,
you see, they're
most of my
probably-
Goblin tribe is.
I mean, let's be honest. If they're going to be assholes, they'll probably be between 2 ash cheeks. My bet is Gary's
Okay.
one of them.
Let me explain each one of them in turn. Let's start with the Bastard. The Bastard is a Kenku berserker who runs the dungeon itself. He's not a very powerful individual in terms of social influence, but it is nonetheless no secret that he is on the dragon's payroll. And between his terrifying demeanor, gang of thugs, and ridiculous spending, the local craftsmen and suppliers tolerate him, but only as long as he keeps buying supplies in bulk. If not in the dungeon, he's likely to be bothering the businesses in the craftsman district of town. And with this, I'm actually going to flip us over to the map of town, which he also slaps out. And he lights up, or he circles on the map, that zone of town, labeling it where you can find the Bastard.
Okay.
Next, we have Chuckles. Chuckles is enigmatic and silent. It is thought that Ankrabot's head of security / bodyguard is a Shadar Kai that either abandoned the Raven Queen or is on some secret mission for her, working under the dragon. The information known about him is that he's some sort of monastic sword wielder. His personality is silent and terrifying, and he's suspected to be Ankrabot's personal hitman. He regularly attends arena fights in this part of town. The blue is Ankrabot's house, by the way. Next, we have the devil herself. It's not clear if she's a mortal with great power or some sort of witch or whatnot. Whatever she is, she assists Ankrabot in all sorts of arcane endeavors and evil. Occasionally, there are reports of black mist flying across the river to his manor, especially on new and full moons. It's assumed that this is her. The client says she has her lair across the river in the swamp. She may prove to be completely unapproachable, but since she appears to handle the deals with higher powers, it's very likely that she'll negotiate, and you might be able to bribe her with the nest more easily than the others. And she usually can be found over there. Next up, Sawbones. He is a big goblin, orc, bugbear, half-ogre, something, I don't know. He acts as a doctor to the less fortunate in the slums and sewers here in town, although no respectable person would employ him as a healer. It's rumored that he had a falling out with the bastard recently and they came to blows. He's somewhere in the sewer quarters under the slums by the docks dealing with an odd infection. That's like going around. It's not like he's down there just dealing with it. It's other people's. He's a doctor. Even if he can't get into the dungeon and put the nest there for us, he might be able to tell you what your best option will be, or maybe some information about the dungeon itself. He can usually be found here, or possibly under here. The impresario. Well, he is probably the most evil of all of these options here. He is not well liked. He is a grimy, greasy whoremonger of a halfling. His name is Giuseppe Benbow, and he started as just a clerk for the dragon and swiftly worked up to be the major domo of Ankrabot's estate. He's known locally as a patron of the arts, and his magnanimity is undercut by his predilection for blackmail, usury, extortion, intimidation, arson, racketeering, just normal business stuff if your master is evil and wants to corrupt the universe. He's known to be some sort of a mage, but he usually refrains from performing any sort of spells or shit in front of anyone he expects to, survive. He can usually be found in the temple, or the temple grounds anyway, multiple times a day. And then the last one is Gary. He is a recent guest of the household of Ankrabot. He seems to be a drow, or at least a human with really pale skin. He usually guests stay in the manor and leave after a few days because we assume they have finished their business. This one stays outside the city walls and has been here almost 2 months. Very unusual conduct, and we believe that his business deal with Ankrabot went down, and it went down poorly. So if you find him, he could end up being the best shot you have at getting the nest into the dungeon. But he also might turn out to be something else and eat you, I don't know. He can usually be found anywhere in the outskirts of town, here. And so out of character here a little bit, as a dungeon master, you guys get to choose who you want to plant these items on. You can do it in any way, shape, or form you choose. Troubadour, the Warforged rogue, will give you any details you would like to know about your target.
So, I'm trying not to play Thalrak. That's in my mind. It's Sunday. I'm no.
You can go ahead and play Thalrak.
No, I can't. No, I got to do this. Garvold's gonna look at the dapper gentleman and just go. So you already have locate objects on these items, correct? So we can know where they're at all times?
It is this very specific spell, and it is done a very specific way in order to bypass the magical protection that the dungeon vault has on it. Clearly, Ankrabot is no fool, as we cannot portal or plane shift or dimension door into the dungeon itself. It is protected from all magical endeavors, which is why an unenchanted drill should be able to drill straight down, because who would expect someone to drill through 500 feet of rocks and stone and dirt all the way to the dungeon in the middle of a haunted forest? And he just sits back and he looks super pleased with himself. And at that moment, coming in from the other door, storms a very large Minotaur. Let me show you what he looks like. That's what he looks like. It's a Minotaur! He has a very large jewel embedded in his skull where that plate is, and it's glowing slightly and clearly magical. And he comes in and he walks right up to Troubadour and he just goes, "Oh." Gentlemen, allow me to introduce the artificer who makes all of this possible. This is Moo.
His name is Moo?
It's hard to pronounce for anyone except him. He doesn't actually speak common. He understands it quite well, But whatever is going on in his head and his jewel makes it impossible for him to communicate except in Minotaur. So, I call him Marg. And his name is spelled on his character sheet. Like that.
Okay. I think we're just gonna call you Moo.
I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. You've explained what you needed done.
Oh.
You've explained what you've needed done, but we haven't even discussed our payment.
I like you. You're very practical. The payment is going to be as follows. Gold up front for trying, and if we make it into the vault, there will be as much loot as you can carry. Ankrabot moved here with quite a substantial amount of treasure and has only been hoarding more and more since. Literally whatever you can fit in your pockets, full of jewels, coins, magic items, paraphernalia, hats. The choice is up to you.
Tell me something. Are you a gambling man?
I would consider this entire endeavor to be a gamble, but if you mean do I cheat, no.
I'll make you a deal. I'll give you one chance. If you can make me laugh, you can have my cut. If you can't, I get half of yours.
Is this open to everybody?
I do not like this deal. Perhaps it is because I have no balls, literally and metaphorically.
Well, in all fairness, neither do I.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Mr. Robot.
Are you casting a spell on him?
I am.
Oh no.
We're starting off fucking hot, boys. Okay, he got a 11, so not great.
No, you did not pass. And
You
I
might
think-
want
I
to
think-
post a
oh
spell
yeah,
you're
I should
casting.
do that. See,
Yeah.
I don't know how to play. You guys are gonna have to bear with me on some of this, as I.
So if it's a spell like Charm Person or something like that, click it. Just click the
Yep.
name of it on your spell sheet. If it's an attack roll, click it from your attack box on your front of your character sheet.
I think it's a good idea. You could get twice the loot. Why not help him? Why not? It's worth it.
Excuse me. And he fails his wisdom save, so he shrugs and he turns to Atreya? Okay, he turns to Atreya and says, "Very well, the deal is done. Here is my joke. Do you know why all of the moon elves can't clap? Because they're all dead."
Atreya just looks at you stone-faced.
What?
It seems you failed, and half of your cut is mine.
Very well, but honestly, my pockets are not that big. His pockets are. And he points to the Minotaur, who's got really baggy pants.
Huh.
That was a very strange joke. It made no sense, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't get it either.
I'm
It
kinda
was
lost
not
on
a
that
good
one,
joke,
too.
but I did clarify I do not make good jokes.
So as you're pointing to the Minotaur's pan, Atreya actually vanishes.
Oh,
Eek!
And then
Strange lady she is.
about a minute later, you see a non-grayscale.
Actually, you don't see anything. He's scared.
The Minotaur moves really loudly, and you hear Troubadour's voice go, "Is this necessary?"
Apparently so.
She disappeared. I don't know where she is. She's gonna hurt me.
Atreya opens the door and sees the darkness.
You might need to. Well, no, it's outside of there. It's see. Can you make my thing show, John? I don't know how to do that.
Yes, I can. I just need to set it to be visible.
Or I could just probably draw a 60-foot circle, but.
No, I got it. I got
Okay.
it. It should be visible. Can you guys see his darkness aura now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So everything inside of there is dark.
Danger!
Except even in the magical darkness, you can't. It's not giving off any light, but the Minotaur's jewel is still glowing.
Atreya manages to somehow stumble her way out of the darkness. And it's like, I was just coming in person. Why is it dark?
And Biddles is perfectly hidden so well that even the Minotaur doesn't know he's there.
He's hidden in a crate.
There we go. Yeah.
So you're gonna hear a knocking on the wall, a very loud banging on the wall next to the door.
The Minotaur moves and casts Dispel Magic, at a high enough level that it would just get rid of this.
Yeah, 3rd level automatically.
However, nobody knows where Biddles is right now.
Yeah.
So the door, you'll hear the front door open, and then
Well, I think I know who casted it now.
Well, all right. So we already lost one compatriot. Looks like.
You did.
Well, the other
Has
demons
been-
would still be in the room.
No,
You guys
I'm
can't
fine
see
about
them
you.
because they're not prepped yet, but they're still at the table.
Oh, shit, I
Why
forgot.
about you?
And
The
the
weird
weasel's
one.
with me though. The weasel's with me.
But Atreya would walk back in, no longer in grayscale. Has brown hair, blue eyes, 6 foot tall, still has her glaive, silver and black armor.
I've
With
seen
some
you
blue
found your color.
It's a special technique of mine. It lets me scout things out just in case that go in person.
Oh, you can go invisible too.
No, I can't go invisible. Here. And
Well, that's,
you're going to
that's
see
quite a shame.
on the opposite side of the table, right in front of Atreya, you're going to see the grayscale Atreya appear.
Now there's 2 of you.
Yes, I'm able to create echoes of myself.
Right.
Strange of his.
And she will hand wave, and the echo will vanish.
Okay, there's the weasel,
All right.
and it is currently hiding over there with Biddles.
Oh, I can't move your weasel, but I can move my weasel.
Good enough. So if you guys like the point of this is to discuss which of the targets you would like to go after, and also I have used all of these maps and planned all of these characters for other things before, so there is a ton to discover. So if I say something and you don't think it's necessarily true, roll insight on me and tell me what you're rolling for. If you want to go into rooms that are currently covered up right now, feel free to explore. Like, this is a completely open-ended thing. Just know that the longer you spend running around, the longer this will take. But there will be things that are worth it to investigate.
I want to insight if he thinks they can actually drill through the 600 feet of concrete.
Is that a door?
Yes, that is a door
Okay.
to just another room, assumedly. And it's cracked open, so if you want to go through, you won't have to like make it. It's not locked or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you sneak in there. Let me just unveil what's on the other end. It is simply a room. There are some cots that are clearly unused and some more crates.
Ta-da.
I go through the other door if it's unlocked.
Wait, is that... Where the fuck is this? Oh, that's why. Here we go. That one is also unlocked, and it is a little office with just some herbs and stuff on the table and a fireplace going. At this point, though, you do hear the cow moo, kind of loudly, and then you hear Troubadour go, "Mr. Necromancer, if you're going to explore the kitchen, please bring me some snacks back."
He'll grab some food before checking the last room.
Wait, do you really? Okay, now I'm confused. Do you not need to eat, or do you eat?
I absolutely do not need to eat. I absolutely do enjoy putting things in my mouth and making messes, though. It frightens people.
Biddles knocks on the window and says, I have some meat for you to put in your mouth.
And the Minotaur, the Minotaur leans over to the window and opens it so Biddles can come through.
Biddles needs to roll a thing.
Garahol just does like the Nathan Fillion from Firefly. It's just like holds his finger up and then just like lets it curl and just like does another
know
hand.
Exactly what you're talking about.
And he just puts his hand over his mouth and is just looking around like darting eyes like, does nobody else get like the wording on that? That's not really what he should be saying.
Biddles dives through the window, does a somersault, and stands up in one go. I'd assume he succeeds with an acrobatics of 22.
Yes, he fucking does. And Troubadour golf claps. But he also looks to the group and he just is like, please choose a target. If you have questions, let me know.
All right. So what's the rest of you thinking on this one?
I'm quite intrigued by this Gary fellow. He seems like the biggest gamble, but the biggest payoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I'm not much of a gambling man, but it's always worth a shot.
I'll go wherever all my new friends want to go.
I do not have a preference in this situation. All targets are wonderful targets.
I'm kind of curious on the bastard fellow.
He's a bastard, that one.
Trust me, you don't want to deal with bastards. I met plenty. They're all bastards.
I mean, as a showman, I've dealt with my own fad.
Are you the greatest showman?
I kind of wish I was. But alas, I don't aim for that kind of goal. That's too much effort. I'm very content with just
You have
making
to reach for the stars. I didn't have any friends. Then I made friends.
Look, I'm not going to boast that I'm going to be the greatest showman in the world, but I do like to think that I bring entertainment to people as needed. It's also gotten me into some very fun places.
Pray tell, what sweet hell is this?
Oh, nice.
Those have been here the whole time. Those are my friends.
Okay.
Oh, this guy's a little smushed, I think. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, you might need to stretch him out. I can't do it.
I will do so in just a second.
Yep,
I'm
no
almost
problem.
finished with your stuff going on.
No problem. Those are my friends. That's Boop and Grub.
So I'm not going to deal with turning the voice changer off and on anymore because
Yeah.
I'm trying to do too much stuff at one time.
Yeah.
But do you guys have any questions about any of the targets?
Oh, that's not.
Did we decide on Gary?
Fuck.
I mean, I'm fine with Gary because we have to give one of the items to one of them, so.
Right,
I
we're
don't-
holding on to the
like-
other one, I thought, to guide us to that.
Yeah. But right now, my thought
Wait.
is, and this is Garival talking.
Meta, which one's Boop and which one's Tim?
There you go.
Thank you. I will fix this.
Sorry.
Okay. So Tim is good. Nope, Tim is still named Boop. Hold on.
while he figures this out,
Yeah, sorry.
Meta, your Biddles feels a tap on his shoulder from behind.
1 second.
Oh my god, who is it?
And the room goes dark.
Why is
Can
it?
we stop doing this?
Perhaps it is best not to scare the goblin over and over again.
Here's my opinion. If the one is a sword, and the bastard looks like a fighter from his picture, that's a fair assumption to make, right?
Troubadour would interject right then that he is in fact technically a barbarian, but he will fight anything.
Okay. Good enough. He's willing to fight things. That's fun. Why don't we make a show out of it? We offer him a little fight as a showmanship event where one of us fights him with the pigeon, but we put it up to a gamble. If he wins, he gets the pigeon. And if, whoever we
Doesn't the
select,
pigeon point to the nest though, or do they point to
when-
each other?
they point to
Yeah,
each other, I thought.
Yeah, so somebody needs to hold on to the pigeon. Somebody in the party. Hold on, Meta. I'm fucking with this shit.
Okay.
I'm trying to get him less stretched out.
No problem.
I think he needs to be shrunk down and widened a little bit. Does that look good? Is that what he's supposed to look like?
I think a little thinner. You had it right before you looked thicken him.
Right there?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, cool. That's gonna be Tim now, everybody. This is Tim.
That's my buddy Tim. He crawls out of a barrel again. That's my buddy Tim and Grobble. And then there's Boop as well.
There we go. And Grobble. The Troubadour would have something important to interject right there, though. In that the barbarian, the bastard, really genuinely does not give a fuck about theatrics. He just likes fighting for the sake of fighting. And also, if you just challenge him to a fight, his entire gang will jump you, and he carries anywhere between 6 to 12 guys with him at any given time. So that's probably not good. However, if you want a spectacle, Chuckles is usually found in and around the arena when he's not doing work directly for Ankrabot, or Ankrabot is in the local keep with the nobles attending court. So if you wanted to do a spectacle, you should probably go see Don, or the Don rather, over at the arena, because Chuckles would be very likely to show up for something like that.
Okay, so we can go that route. Does anyone have any objection to the potential of doing a show?
I'm always down for a good fight.
I'm always happy to provide comedy since other people seem to fail at it so much. No offense, Troubadour.
Boop, Grobble, Tim, and Cornelius will help.
Wait, I don't have a fucking Cornelius, Meta.
That's the name of the weasel now.
Okay, thank God.
You forgot Reginald?
Look, it's Cormal version 2.0, but with demons instead of animals.
God.
That is an awful lot of HP for this motherfucker. But it's the fucking spell. It's the fucking spell that you have, so... just so you guys know, Boop has 110 HP, which I think is as high as Brian.
Crap!
And I can keep
he's
him around for 2 hours because I have.
Yeah, I'm using a CR5 stat block for a fiend, and that's close enough. And like, holy fucking shit. Meta. In just a second, you should be able to control him.
Yep.
And his. He should have a nameplate and all of that stuff. There we go. Use selected token. Save. There we go. Okay, can you move him?
Let me find out. Her,
then-
but yes.
Or sorry.
That's Boop.
Cool. Cornelius.
Vitality.
Save. There you go. Cornelius the Weasel.
Tiny hut.
Boom, 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 boom. There you go.
Moonbeam. See invisibility.
Okay.
Oh, I
You
don't
don't
think
need that
the
one
token
anymore.
has a name, but that's fine.
Yes,
Fire
I'm
fires,
rectifying that right now because it's not connected to Cornelius.
No problem.
Okay, that I want that spell ready.
I'm gonna give Cornelius his health bar, but he only has one, so be very careful with him.
Also, if at any time to any of you all, tell me to shut the fuck up if you need to, because I'm used to being a DM, which means talking the whole time. So if I'm
No, this
ever
is
being too
great.
much, just tell me to shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry I haven't been talking much. I've been uploading all like 70 spells that I have, so I've just been working on putting
Yeah,
my
that's what I've
spells
been
into
doing
this
too.
character.
Oh, and I
Okay.
swapped my my wisdom with my charisma, by the way.
That's fine.
So I have an
That's
8.
absolutely fine. I set your stats up, so I
Yep.
have no problem with that.
So that's an 8 for wisdom.
Oh shit.
that tracks.
2.
I don't need a good character. I need a fun character.
5.
Okay, and I think that actually sets everything up.
You might want to add visible nameplates to the characters, for the stream, because otherwise it's hard to keep track of who's who.
That's a lot of work, but yeah.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be right now.
So, Troubadour will go over the list and his recommendations depending on what you do. So with Chuckles, go see the Don who runs the arena, and he'll either be able to tell you how to get Chuckles' attention or where Chuckles is. If you want to go after the impresario, he's usually found at the church, and it's guessed that he's blackmailing the temple, basically. In this town, there is a big old temple, and it is called the Temple to Saint Rohanye, and it's basically a home for all gods after the lady Rohanye who set it up, basically. And so there's a bunch of clerics, and they have kind of a big charity, and everybody in town gives them money and stuff like that, and it's assumed that he's blackmailing them because he's a bastard. And speaking of bastards, Bastard is probably either just hanging out or bullying people in the Craftsman district. If you guys want to like shop and explore the town at all, that would be the place to go if you need any more equipment and stuff like that.
Yes, equipment wise.
Do I have gold?
So here's the thing. I didn't say this earlier, but when I think it was Atreya asked about money and shit like that, he said gold up front. Everybody roll me a D10 and a D100.
Oh.
So Atreya,
tragic.
you start off with 170 gold. Noah,
pause there.
Amorous, you start off with
Don't I get half of Troubadour's cut too?
yeah, but this is his gold he's giving you. So oof. Garvald, you start with 93. Basically just multiply your D10 by your D100, and that's how much gold you start with.
Okay.
Let's start with 43.
And then everybody can have 150 gold for just being a character who would have had money before this started.
Okay.
Okay, so 93 plus 100.
I have.
Got it.
So wait. So I have. How much gold was it?
So we're multiplying
Your
D100.
D10 by your D100.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
It makes sense. The cleric needs lots of gold to make it worth anything.
Well, and also this adds an element of just sheer randomness for what you guys want to do.
790 gold total. Okay.
We'll just get 115. Let's go.
And then back to the devil herself. The swamp is not considered haunted technically that
I
she
know
lives
a
in,
lot
but
about
it's pretty
devils.
confusing and gross. And there's weird other stuff besides her in there.
We could go see the devil lady. I know about devils.
Provided she is a devil, that could actually go really well. And she's the most likely. Her and Gary tend to be both the least likely to succeed and the most likely to succeed. It depends on how you approach her. Sawbones might be worth. Troubadour would tell you that Sawbones might be worth going after, not because he'll be able to get you. He'll be able to get you stuff in there, but he'll be able to tell you best how to do shit specifically on people's weaknesses because he's angry at the dungeon and at Ankrbot right now. However, as a DM, we've already started super late. So unless you guys are all okay with running a little bit longer than the normal dog pound times, I don't recommend going after Sawbones right now.
I have no set time stops, so
perfect. Then yeah, I would. Then he would definitely recommend to go see Sawbones at least a little bit. Just be polite. And then as for Gary, he has his personal theories about it. He personally, Troubadour thinks that he's a new employee and he's permanent, and so if we're gonna buy him off at all, we got to buy him off now. But that also might mean that if we bribe him, be like, hey, we want to get in good with your master, here's a gift, you give it to him and say it's from us, and then we'll get a meeting with him later once we're ready, kind of deal.
Boop treats. Maybe we can give them treats.
Yeah, exactly. Basically bribe him as a new employee. Morg's thought on it though is that Gary is somebody who made a deal with him and it went poorly. And he's pretty sure that either the guy is super desperate and is going to lash out as soon as he finds out you guys are detrimental to Ankrbot because he's desperate, and that's why he's still hanging out. Or maybe it's a one-time thing that went poorly and he's hanging out to get his revenge, and he might help you storm the dungeon. He doesn't know. Regardless, you guys can choose to bully somebody into it. You can bribe them. You can set up and fake losing it to them in a gamble or a show. You can try just pickpocketing them, like reverse pickpocketing them. It's a pretty big flute, so probably not that. But some way to do that. Like, there are so many different things you can do.
How long do we have?
I think losing it in a gamble would be the easiest way to go about it.
How many days do we have?
I'm pretty much done setting stuff up, so I would say you should move on today as certain things start to become less certain as far as where people can be found. We have their schedule set up for pretty much today and tomorrow, so if you want to make a move on one of them now, that would be the time to do it. The most important thing is, regardless of which target you choose, do not let the dragon know we're coming. His ire is fearsome and well known. And again, with the whole, like, test me on shit, they call him the dragon. There's something there, right? There's gotta be.
Why? It's just a dragon.
No, my little friend. He is not truly a dragon.
Are you sure? Why would you call him a dragon if he's not a dragon? Am I a
for
dragon
his
then?
prowess and his riches.
Can I be a dragon?
This is artwork done by the local artist Flauta.
So if you make somebody draw you as a dragon, then you get to be a dragon?
Nay, little friend, it is simply a title for his fearsome aspects.
Where did he get the title?
You know, I don't actually know. It was his when he showed up.
Maybe he is a dragon. Dragons can look like people?
I assure you, one of the first things we checked was whether or not he is a dragon. He is not a real dragon.
That's significantly more mundane than I was hoping for.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't call a dragon you shouldn't not call a dragon that's not a dragon a dragon.
Can we not be hung up on semantics right now? Christ.
Who's semantics? And why are they hanging people?
Mo. My friend makes a good point. He says it sounds like you want to go visit the Sawbones and then make your choices from there.
Do they have dead
You don't
bodies
appear
with the
a lot of
sawbones?
initiative in any direction. Can you what, Meta?
Are there dead people with sawbones?
Not if he's a good Sawbones. He's dealing with an infection right now that has claimed several lives, so there is a very good chance that there are, in fact, corpses.
I like corpses. I say we go look at the corpses.
Sawbones would be good for information.
So again, I will remind you that you guys are currently in the Vermilion Minotaur down there, and you guys are talking about going across town and just looking around the slums, and whatnot.
How far away is that?
I mean, I don't have an actual to scale for this map. I don't think there's not a legend or anything, but it's like This is not a huge town. It's very busy and it's very wealthy, but
Let me
it's
rephrase.
not big. So like
My-
20 minutes.
My Echo Avatar has 1,000-foot limit. Is it less than 1,000 feet?
I don't like that question. We're gonna say it's more than 1,000 feet because this town should be like half a mile long.
Yeah.
Originally, this town was just the castle right here. And it was built basically to keep an eye on the river. So it's higher uphill right here. So the area where you find the impresario and Chuckles is like on the slope leading up to the hill, and then the hill goes down to the docks, and the outskirts are kind of on a downhill slope as well.
Hey, it's a good thing we never brought any of our characters from Dog Pound into here. Everyone would be paranoid.
About a lot of things, yeah.
Because this is the map for Watoon.
Oh, really?
Is
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
I have never been to Watoon, so
So yeah, this is the
Fuck.
Vampire City map.
okay, cool. I was afraid this was gonna happen.
Is it? It
Literally,
it's-
I was
it
like, I
is.
need a small, manageable
It was
city
very
with
close
cool
to the-
things.
No, this is the market we
Yep,
bought
it
the
is.
sunglasses at. This is where Icarus went to go
right.
find drugs
You're
where
right,
Sawbones.
Yeah, it
you're right,
is.
You're right.
You-
You're right.
I was supposed to go get fish at the docks.
You're right.
Fucking god!
I remember.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm
This
just
is
saying.
100% where Cornwall got enchanted to stay with the vampires, and Jordy's like, "No, we're leaving."
I don't even remember that part.
Yeah, the vampire cast suggestion,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
thought it was the best idea to go get fish.
Oh yeah.
So
I think this is the right music. You guys are headed, but we have an agreement that we're heading to the slums to look for the Sawbones?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to put in, just to let you know about my capabilities. My specialties come mostly in the darkness and at night.
I can help you with darkness, but I have to sleep first.
Troubadour would offer that most likely Gangrene, the Sawbones, that's his name, by the way, Gangrene. He is probably in the sewers themselves, so if something happens down there, there will be at least some darkness.
Excellent. Does anyone have difficulties in the dark?
I mean, I can make myself see in the dark. I'm not too worried about that one.
I don't know, do I?
Goblins have dark vision, yes.
Then I do not. I can see in the dark.
Well, I can also make your the ability to see in the dark, far better than you've ever seen.
Can you help
Shut-
Cornelius? He can't see in the dark.
Cornelius cannot see. I can assist him then.
I don't
Me
know.
and
If,
darkness don't go hand in hand. I usually
Well.
bonk my head into things in the end.
Well, if you ever need to see better in the dark, I can give you the gift of twilight. The gift of twilight will allow you to see 300 feet away, my friend.
who has 300 feet?
300 feet means Distance,
you see
not
you see
quantity.
you see the Minotaur start counting on his hands, and Troubadour just says, "Shush, that wasn't real."
So, if you ever need your vision extended, do not worry.
Is that the only thing you can extend?
Oh my god.
I can extend your life, should that be required.
I think with the innuendos he's been laying on thick, I think he's talking about something else.
I refuse to speak of that. I don't think Ilmater would be
No,
very...
I need my. Can you extend my spells? I want to have my friends more.
I can't exactly extend the spells. Life is what I extend.
Well, the spells bring them to life.
Well, should they start being hurt, I could extend their existence on this plane.
Alright.
So we're gonna say this entire conversation was happening while you guys were on your way to the slums.
Yeah.
And upon arriving there, please place yourself up here
Up where?
on the map if you can. And Meta, you don't have to bring everybody with you if you don't want to until like something actually starts. We can just assume that they're all with you.
There we go.
So, arriving in the slums, it's pretty beat up and run down. He gave you, Troubadour told you roughly where you should be able to find information on Gangrene. He said there's a tavern, it's called the Backwards Dwarf, and that's what you're supposed to look for. And signs in medieval days, like they were just called off of the image, that hangs out on the shingle. And the one for this one is literally a cross-dressing dwarf. And that you see hanging from this building here. So you're in the right neighborhood. You can now choose to proceed how you will. And I'm going to need somebody to step up and take initiative if nobody's going to do that.
I'm opening my
Alright.
character sheet.
I'm sorry, I was talking to my wife for a second. What's up?
I'm just saying you guys have made it to the correct area, and y'all need to, like, really... Somebody needs to do stuff.
Why is everything an
No, it's-
advantage?
You
You
have to turn that off.
Yeah, let me... some of, all of the character sheets
Oh, no.
are...
Oh no! Oh no! No! Don't touch that button.
Oh no. Oh
What do you mean?
no.
For now, Darvald will look at the rest of the group and go, I mean, if we want to make sure that we can't really be traced that easily, I can assist in that. And he snaps his fingers as he does like a little chant and cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
Well, if it's a matter of us not being able to be tracked, I could always send my echo, since I can get rid of it whenever.
I think this will be fine. We just have to.
Everybody roll insight for me real quick.
That's not supposed to have a +4, but...
But you did roll a nat 20. Amorous, you know for sure, and Garavald, you know this to some extent, so do you, Atreya. It's not so much about physically being traced, and Meta, you know this as well. It's not so much about physically being traced as they don't want you to betray the game to the people you're talking to. With Sawbones, you might be able to just waltz up and be like, yo, we want to fuck Ankrabot up, but with the other people, it's more important that they don't realize you're playing them, and that you're trying to get them to take something and put it in their vault specifically. That's more about the tracing. They don't get it's not super important whether or not anybody follows you, because nobody's going to suspect anything if you guys just have a conversation and then roll off into the forest. That's not suspicious in and of itself. It's suspicious if you say, take this, put it in the vault so we can break it.
No, that's fair. It's just more of right now we don't know what, like, from Garavald's point of view, he doesn't know the game that. I'm just gonna keep calling him Dapper Gentleman because that's all I can think about right now. This dapper gentleman.
Troubadour.
Yeah, Troubadour. Like, we don't know what his angle is, and also...
Well, nobody asked him about the client or what
You're
Troubadour
right.
wanted out of this. So if you want, we can backpedal and we can go back.
No, that's fine. No, like, because Garibaldi right now is thinking, because we didn't ask, like, he wasn't going to pry, because more than likely, if it's something this big, the client's going to want to try to keep their head out of this as much as possible. And it's very likely that there's very little information to be gained from it. He's a showman. He knows to some extent the way people are secretive in these talks. Because it's not the first time he's done a secretive talk like this to be able to get into places to do some non-performances.
Well, who is going to be the one who speaks when we to people?
I mean, I believe I am the most charismatic out of all of us. I have no problems whatsoever as the showman to do some conversation pieces here.
Well. If that's the case, then I've got the perfect thing for this situation. When we are about to approach and enter conversation, just let me know. I'll keep my hand on your shoulder.
Your head on my shoulder. Do you understand how little I am compared to you? I'm a halfling. You're gonna have to crouch down to put your head on my shoulder.
No, hand on your shoulder, not my head.
I heard head, which made me very confused.
You do realize that we turtles are adept at on crawling on all fours. You don't have to stand on two legs.
Look, you may have to be on all fours so that way you can be at my level so I can understand you better. Because clearly we're already having miscommunications at the height level.
How tall are you, boy?
3'4", thank you very much. I'm tall for a halfling.
I'm 5'2". I'm short for a turtle.
See, you're still gonna have to crouch down at least to some extent.
So, but I can give you the guidance of Twilight to assist you in your conversations.
That's perfectly fine. If that makes me even better of a showman and can get us even more information, by all means, send it.
It will be done.
That's it. That's the one. Send it.
I almost went fucking send it.
Okay, so as you guys approach here, a few things. First off, there is a old blues style playing musician on a lute right there. He's literally just sitting on a barrel. There is a door next to Meta that is blocked, barely open, and inside Meta, if you peek inside, there is just simply a guy cooking in what is clearly a tavern kitchen. There is also some old person shouting in the house directly to your left, and there's a door there. And then, so like, I have most of the map revealed, but as you guys go around corners and stuff like that, if there's something more than just the map there, I'll pop it up. But this is too complicated of a map for me to do a good job with reveals. So you can hear more stuff happening. This is a busy area of town, but those are the two most important things. There's somebody shouting in here, and there's a musician plinking away on some blues on what appears to be a horrible miscarriage of a lute and a banjo.
What is the
However,
old
he
man
plays it
shouting
well.
about?
Let me check my notes real quick here. The old man is shouting about somebody stealing his bones. If you want to roll perception, I will do an impersonation of the old man.
Oh, absolutely.
Bones.
Oh yeah.
That is a horrible roll.
I like bones.
Okay, so Atreya, you just hear the word bones and someone old shouting. With that kind of stuff, Garavald and Amorous, you hear, "She stole my bones! My bones is what she stole!" Dude, calm down, bro. It's not like that, man. You still have bones.
Is that door?
No, she stole them! And so on. There's clearly another person in there trying to calm him down.
Garibaldi's gonna like knock on the door.
Immediately you hear the old man get more muffled, but you can hear him, "She's back for my more bones!" And the guy says, "That doesn't make any sense, man." And he opens the door.
Garibaldi's
to
trying
reveal...
not to laugh when the door's opening.
Yeah, there's a very haggard-looking human guy who appears to be a priest of some sort. Well, don't just burst in, dude. He's
Well,
standing in the doorway.
Oh, he's trying to sneak in. I thought he'd be able to sneak by.
He's open. He didn't open the
The
door all
door's
the way and
open.
just be like, "Come into
Oh,
my house, whoever
okay.
just knocked."
Also,
He's like
Gerald-
opening the door and being like, "Can I help you?" But he's like super tired, bro. So he's like, "Yo, guys, what can I
Sorry.
help you with?"
Sorry, we
And you see the old man in the corner over here. He's under the covers, shaking, just going, "No, not my bones."
You have
I'm
bones?
sorry. We heard the commotion. Is everything okay?
Man, I wouldn't say okay. This guy, like he's like my uncle's cousin or something like that, and he claims that the witch in the marsh across the river stole his bones. And like that seems pretty obviously wrong because, and he just kind of gestures at him. He still has like bones, man, but he won't calm down.
Did
Is
you
it
check his
possible-
pants?
Is it possible he kept bones other than the ones that are in his body?
Yeah, no, he specifically says the bones inside him are gone. And then, like, he keeps feeling himself and pinching and being like, "No, there's no bones in here." And it's like, dude, how the fuck are you standing still, running around and causing me so much grief? And with that, he pulls out the drinking hoard in his, on his token art there. And he just pulls a long, deep draw out of what is clearly alcohol.
So the scene. Sorry, it's just we heard the commotion and wanted to make sure things were okay. So he's basically just going insane.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to try, but like, I'm trying now because he's a relative, and Gangrene was here earlier to try to calm him down, and he just was like, he's got bones, and left. So I'm kind of at my wit's end here, dudes.
Well, if we were to assist you, could you point us in the direction of Gangrene?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That if you could help me at all, I'd be willing to. And he kind of pats his pocket and says, "I don't have it." But yeah, no, if that's all you want for that, please, man, have at ya. And at this point, he will step aside and let you into the room. It's also clear that this second bed is not currently used.
Okay, Gerald will step in and like be a little bit away from the old man.
He's currently under the covers, and he's not even quite sure if, he knows you're there.
Excuse me, sir. Underneath the blankets, are you okay? Can I help you?
My bones!
Who is she that you keep referring to?
The devil herself! She stole my bones because I said she was fat.
Yeah.
Gerald's very much trying not to laugh at what his answer is.
Well,
And-
I mean,
and
that
the
sounds
clerk in the corner-
justified to me. You shouldn't be telling women they're fat. That's inappropriate.
She's not a woman! And he pokes his head out from underneath the covers, and he's just a dude who's old, and he looks like that. And he goes, "She's not a woman! She's the devil!"
Oh, we heard about the devil lady.
Oh my god, it's a devil's minion! And he hides back under the covers.
It's not a devil. Look, I have my friends. And you see a parade.
And he peeks out,
don't
he
bring them
peeks
in!
back out and sees them and just starts screaming, just shrieking, and he goes under the covers and he's just screaming no. And the cleric goes, "Whoa, dude, calm down, bro. Why is there a menagerie of demons in here, bro? That's not chill."
That was the worst choice to make.
They're not
was to bring
demons.
those
They're
in.
my friends.
No. Go outside.
Reginald, it's fine. It's chill. It's okay. Dude, the demons left. Because you don't have any bones, your nerves are acting up, and it's fine. It's cool. And he peeks his head out and he goes, "There's still a turtle.
The
I like
turtle's
turtles.
cool though. The turtle's
I like
cool.
turtles.
Yeah.
Why is that man so short?
I use calm emotion.
Who's the boobs? Why'd the boobs leave?" Reggie, just fucking...
I've used calm emotions on him.
You are
Oh,
aware that
okay.
the lady you refer to as the boobs has a weapon that could cleave you in half, yes?
Don't stop being mean to the old man!
He gives you a smirk and he says, "You can't cut through things that have no bones."
Would you like to
That's
test that
right.
theory? I would like to test that theory.
No, not until I get my bones back. And he hides again.
Can we not?
And the guy looks at everybody and is like, You're not very good at this, are you guys?
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him. It's been the cavalcade people that came in after me that have given me no chance to do any of the things I would normally do.
Yeah, it's fair. Okay, he likes turtles, and the short guy says he knows what's what. Everybody else just like back off and give him a chance. Reginald, the turtle wants to talk to you. Does the turtle have my bones?
No, but
Yes.
we're going to talk about procuring your bones for you.
Oh, okay. And he peeks out and he sees that everybody else is standing outside, and he goes, "Well, where's my bones?"
We're going to talk about procuring them back for you.
So did the
You s-
calm emotions work on him?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So you said Death herself has your bone.
The devil herself,
The
not
devil
death
herself, my apologies.
Although, and he kind of looks like up, and he goes, "Yeah, death itself, that works. She lives in the marsh across the swamp, past the fountain of youth, or whatever it is, and she curses people who call her fat, apparently."
Okay, so if we were to go back to her, if we were to go to her and get your bones back, and your name was Reginald, correct?
Yes, my name is Reginald. Who are you?
Okay. I am Garibald.
Why are you so short? Dude, Reggie, no. Just let it slide.
It's fine. It's fine. I am a halfling, but I am a very good showman.
Half of what? And the guy is like, his mind is starting to slide. I swear to God, there are a lot of halflings in this town. He knows this. He's just
Okay.
a problem.
I am just a small human. Okay, can we leave it at that then?
Did a witch steal half your bones or something?
No, they still have my height.
Hmm. That is unfortunate. I feel for you, son.
It's fine. My jokes went over their heads far too often. They had to lower me down to their standards.
That is a good one. I like this one. So what do you need to know to get my bones back?
Well, you already told us where she resides, which we're very
Yes,
thankful about.
in the swamp.
Yes, is there any other information about her that you could provide for us that would help us be able to procure your bones back? Is she one that likes to bargain?
No, I mean, as long as you don't insult her, she likes to bargain, but she works for that Ankribong fella. Ankrabot, Reginald, Ankrabot. Don't just drop his name lightly.
That's perfectly fine.
She lives in the Dobermeyer across the river, and she makes bargains for your soul. Don't make any bargains with her. She's the devil herself.
Well, we weren't gonna bargain our souls. We've come across an item that we've heard that the dragon himself might like to retain, and we're deciding on.
Then just take it to the dragon, boy. Stop fattening around.
No. See, we know that his subordinates like to have some favor with him, so we're wondering which one would be best to give the item to in exchange for something.
If you're trying to make a deal with the dragon, then you should probably go through the impresario. But Giuseppe's not a kind man.
Noted.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you very much. But specifically, what bones has she taken from you? Can you tell?
They're all gone. I'm
Okay.
surprisingly calm about it right now, though.
Look, just stay calm. Don't do anything rash, and we'll come back
Rash?
and.
Do I have a rash?
No, stay calm. Don't do anything like. Don't go running out into the streets or something like that.
How could I do that? I don't have any bones.
Okay, listen. Just listen to. And he looks up at the other human. Your nephew, grandson.
Don't put this on me, dude.
No. I'm just telling him to listen to you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking him to do.
He has his bones. He doesn't care. He's my sister's cousin's uncle's child or something like that. He's just here because someone told him to.
Look, he's trying to take care of you, though. Just do what he says, and you'll be fine. And we'll be back soon enough with your bones.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I tap him on the shoulder real quick. You've got this, and give him guidance.
Okay, yeah, and roll it with guidance.
What does guidance give me?
You get a D4 on your persuasion.
Okay.
What happens if
Oh, I don't really need it, but I'll do it.
It only lasts a minute. Use it.
Oh
There you
yeah.
go, 28.
Oh, it is okay. Surprisingly, it is a good thing you got a 4 on that because he rolled a nat 20. So,
Oh.
yeah, he's barely. I'm gonna call it a break even. And
Wait, 1 second.
We've already succeeded.
Yeah, but it's a break
well,
even.
partially. Partially.
Roll a d4
succeeded.
and subtract that from your total.
Oh, are you pulling some wizard shit?
No, I'm pulling some shit that you allowed people in the stream to use things, and I have access to that too.
Oh, those things. Yeah, I don't know if those affect nat 20s though.
Well, I mean, it's just a roll -4, so if you, I don't know if that matters or not.
Right, but this guy has a just a 10 wisdom, and he rolled a nat 20, so he's at 20 flat, and then they made it to 28, which is above a 25 DC, which is, for me, that's about equal to a fucking
Okay, well, there
nat
you go,
20
then.
according to my. So but yeah, I'll say that it works, and he goes, I'm going to take a nap now, and the human guy starts ushering you out of the room, going, good job, dude, this is great. He's been up for like 28 hours straight. This is horrible.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Oh, whoops, sorry. And upon getting everybody out of the house, he closes the door gently behind him. He's like, man, I'm gonna take a nap so hard. I don't have it in me to bring you to it, but I know that Klaus, the bartender, knows where Gangrene's been hanging out, and probably anybody over in the over the rise there can take you to him for money. And he points to kind of he's like anybody who's working right now in this direction will be able to take you, but if you need a guide there personally, but Klaus can tell you, or fuck, there's the old man who he does future readings or whatever, and he's over there down the street.
Well, we greatly appreciate this information.
Much
Yeah.
appreciated.
Yeah, thank you so much. And he just kind of slumps and starts sleeping.
I take out one of my blankets and cover him up, just like, you take a good rest right there.
All right. And he's asleep too. This is good. So officially, basically, he's saying you can probably just give a couple gold to anybody who's lounging around, or you can go specifically into the bar, which the door to which is over here on this side of the street. But there is a window if you want to peek in right here.
What do you think, Amorous? What do you think we should go to now? We have
Can't just
a good
enter
number
through the
of leads.
window. Like, come on, man.
No,
The window is small and barred because this is not a good side of town. So they specifically
just
thought
could a
of that
weasel
side of
fit
shit.
in between?
Yeah, but
What?
like also you can literally just walk around and go.
No, this is gonna be great.
bar.
This is gonna be great. I'm looking through the window. What
My
do I see?
weasel's going through the window.
Okay, yeah, motherfuckers. You see a very tense situation inside the bar here. There's the barkeeper, Klaus, who is just sitting there polishing something. He's standing well far away from the window. And there are 6 terrifying-looking figures in spiked armor. Noticeably, though, they're not dwarves. That's going to be important if you go inside.
Cornelius jumps back out the window.
And nobody
What-
cared.
I mean, you said you see
Bartenders,
you
the
see 6 people,
barkeeper
what do they do?
saw, but they're just sitting there drinking and eating, but they're not carousing at all. And the bartender looks furious, like person who works retail and just had a Karen come in and leave, furious.
They look dangerous, guys.
And also, there is a goblin down here, and he is clearly hiding from something in front of him on the other side of this little
Wait, where's this goblin?
barrier, right down here. Right down here. And so he's clearly hiding from something further south than you guys. So he has his back to you, but he's clearly hiding.
This is great. I love this.
Hey!
So,
Hey!
Atreya's
Goblin
Echo
friend!
appears at the bar, sitting in a chair, and asks for a drink.
Without really batting an eye too much, like he jerks when you show up in there, but the barkeeper just angrily pours a mug and slams it on the bar, and he gives you a weird look, but he just kind of stops paying attention and goes back to staring at those fuckers.
Okay, so I actually don't know how this works, but can my manifest echo actually drink this?
I'm gonna say fuck it. Why not?
Okay.
And while this is going on, this gentleman right here, the bard next to you, has been just kind of playing, and he goes, "I wouldn't go in there if I was you. No how, no sir, because there's some men from the ship in here, and Klaus is not in a good mood. You see, those men in there are dressed in battle rager armor, and that is a dwarf only sort of society, and those are not dwarves."
Battle
Huh.
Rager armor.
Oh my god, I'm thinking of the Legend of Driss saga and the Battle Ragers from that. Oh my god.
Yeah, so you're familiar with the lore probably more than I am, because I haven't read any of the Dritz novels. But
They are crazy
Battle Ragers are-
motherfuckers. Think kamikaze, like they just throw themselves at shit, and they don't know if they're gonna survive or not. But you know what? It's fun to fuck shit up.
Right, and they're always dwarven. So here are some human-sized people in what clearly is repurposed Battle Rager armor, in a dwarven bar.
Did they react at all when my echo appeared?
A couple of them kind of looked up and were like, but they don't appear phased. It's kind of like when the weasel jumped in a second ago. They were just kind of like, whatever. And it's not the electric version, but this is the tune that the gentleman is playing, sitting there on the barrel. If you have the music turned on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
hear
do.
it.
Yeah.
So, the echo is going to thank the bartender for the drink. She's going to walk out the door, and as soon as she gets
Does she
to
pay?
there, she can't. She doesn't have any money. She's an echo. She
He
literally
fucking-
disappears.
He fucking shouts at her something in Dwarvish, but it's a pretty common swear word, and he doesn't actually chase you.
She vanished as soon as she walked out. Anyway,
I mean, she just kind of appeared, and he wasn't thinking. He's clearly now like, what the fuck was that? But he was not super, like, he didn't take the proper notice of that until it was too late.
I want to. You tell me what I need to roll for this, but I want to through the window flick a gold coin and put it on the table or on the bar.
And also
We're
have
gonna
them
go with
roll a wisdom
Mhm.
saving throw.
the Battle Ragers or the bartender.
The
or both?
bartender.
Oh, just the bartender?
Just the bartender. Actually, no, all of them. That's fine. Is that no? I think I can only do one.
One creature.
Yeah, one creature. The bartender.
Yep. Well, one creature you can see, and I'm currently in front of the window,
That's true.
so it'd be kind of hard
I mean,
to see him.
if Biddles wants to just be like, hey, let me look real quick, that's fine.
What do I need to roll
What?
for flicking my gold coin?
We're gonna go with sleight of hand because that's dexterity based and it feels like appropriate. Although I think it should be something like athletics.
19.
Yeah, it lands perfectly on the bar, and Klaus looks super confused for a second, and then he looks at the window.
Oh no, I already
and-
stepped
and-
away from the window. He won't see me.
Yeah, so he's just kind of like, that was fucking weird. And he is currently weirded out, and then Meta sticks his head in, and Biddles McKraken casts fear, and Klaus shits his pants.
Oh.
That one?
No, but he rolled really low. So let's see how long it fucking takes him to. Oh, never mind. So he basically shits himself, and then immediately is like, "What the fuck?" Unless you want to do something in like the next 10 seconds.
No, I didn't
I
really
can't
have
see
any
what's
better plan than
happening,
that.
so
Yeah, no, but he does kind of walk over into this room, and he does shut and lock the door, so you guys can't no longer see what's going on in here. But it's assumed he's changing his pants.
Ghost fun is the best fun. I'm so glad I made the Echo Knight.
I just
So-
thought the cause fear would really synergize with a ghost basically appearing and then leaving.
That's why he shit his pants. That was basically like rolling at double disadvantage right there. He did not have a chance. Because when a ghost shows up and then you get paid money and then just the embodiment of fear takes hold in your mind, it doesn't end well. Especially when you've been raging for the past couple of hours about cultural appropriation. So,
Has Tiny... Just let me know when Tiny Hunt's done casting.
Wait, I
You
forgot.
cast
Wait,
Tiny
can I
Hut?
do something else before
This
he
Neither
goes
guy-
back to the other
forecasting
room?
of it.
Yeah,
are we
this guy's
past
over
that?
here sleeping on the street. I'm not gonna let him get robbed, so I'm casting Tiny Hut on him.
Don't you have to stay inside Tiny Hut?
No, I can leave it.
Oh,
I don't.
well,
I don't have to be in it.
how long does it say to cast?
I'm ritual casting, so it's 11 minutes.
Okay, we'll say by the time they're done fucking with Klaus the bartender that you finish up.
You'll look behind you. You see a small, like, starry globe in front of the door over there now. Hello.
So, Treya, are you heading down to where the goblin is currently sitting?
Yeah, I'm making my way around to the front door of the bar to walk
Okay.
in, and not ghost.
Once you get to about here, the goblin turns around and he just goes, shh, shh, don't, shh. And then he goes back to peering over the wall into what appears to be the water down here.
Okay, I would like to first peer around the corner and see what I see.
There's nothing.
Okay. Then I will quietly approach next to the goblin dude and look over the wall delicately.
Yeah, so there's not really anything there. But basically, this whole little stream right here, this is a stream of very shallow, gross water. It goes that way, and it clearly runs into the sewers right near here, which is probably where Gangrene is. And he is very, very, very focused on staring at the water down here.
It goes where to the sewers? Top or bottom?
It's flowing kind of in all directions, from all directions. Like I think this current right here would be flowing. It would be flowing this way and splitting off into the various directions over here.
Okay.
From like over here, and it's not very deep, but it's gross.
Is there anything particularly weird about it?
Roll perception.
Dirty 20.
You do get a couple glimpses of very small, gross movement in the water. So there's some sort of aquatic animal living in here, and it's a pretty good guess that that's what he's trying to watch.
So you're trying to catch the fish?
No, revenge for my food.
Did the fish eat your food?
Ate my food. I put my food on a hook and a string to keep it cool while I did some work for Mr. Bongrins, and when I came back, the fish ate my food.
And what exactly were you cooling off?
Meat.
Are you certain it was the fish who took it?
Nobody eat meat that goes in water here, except me.
Do you want some cake?
No, want revenge on fish.
Okay, well, best of luck with that. It's just gonna kind of walk off.
That's fair. And he's just watching the fish.
If I kill the fish, will you be my friend?
If you killed the fish, I'd be your friend.
How do I know which fish it is?
It big fish.
Can you draw a picture?
He scribbles in the dirt the Jesus fish, you know? He goes, take that, put in there, and he points to the water.
How
Atreus,
deep
I
is it?
swear-
The water's like 2 feet deep, maybe.
Atreus, I swear, our little friend here is very strange.
Yeah, not really the mercenary type. It's kind of odd to find him looking for a job.
But you have seen him cast a wide variety of spells in a short amount of time, so you should have an inkling that he's at least somewhat capable of magic.
That's true.
Yes.
Meta has burned through more spell slots than I thought anyone would consider, let alone actually do, in this portion of the one.
I like utility.
Well, Atreya is going to walk into the bar. Just let me know when that happens.
Meta, I assume that Biddles is gonna like keep an eye out for the big fish.
Yeah.
Or is he continuing with the party?
Yeah, he's asking Boop to see if Boop can find it. I don't know anything about what Boop
Okay.
can do. So.
roll everybody's perception.
I'll try. Okay.
Everybody's
So-
rolling perception.
I think it's my people.
Anyone who wants to look
But
for
yeah,
the big
anybody
fish.
else. Yeah. Perception. Oh, that's solid.
A dirty one.
Yep. All right, now I have to open a lot more. I feel like Noah.
I sent you a message, John. If you'd be so.
Okay, let me check that message. And Meta, with that kind of thing, even if one of your demons does see it, it's pretty likely that Biddles is going to be like, I'm pretty sure there's not actually a big fish in here, and this is just some crazy motherfucker who's going to turn on me.
Oh, he thinks he's gonna turn on him?
Well, like everybody in your life has just kind of eventually left you by yourself or
That's
turned
true.
on you, and this guy just seems to be some crazy who's looking for a big fish, and it's like, you know, I would assume you lose interest, and that'll also help the story kind of flow a little smoother if we're not splitting the party.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll go along with you.
Okay, so you guys enter the bar almost immediately. All the battle ragers look up and then just ignore you. And
have-
the non dwarf comes out and he goes, welcome in. Food, drink. You might want to take it to go.
Is there a problem
Upon seeing
there?
the demons, all of the battle ragers start chuckling.
What's so funny? They're friends. Don't make fun of them.
Duh, very friendly, very nice, very good.
If you're friendly, why you make fun of them?
Not make fun of them, laugh.
I've been laughed at a lot. It's never happy.
I'm not laughing at you, goblin warrior man. Laughing at friends.
Don't laugh
Marie-
at my friends. They have a hard life. Boop just got divorced.
I'm sorry.
What-
That one of them stands up and is like, a round of drinks for Boop. Round of drinks for Boop. And everybody starts chanting round of drinks for Boop. And the bartender starts panicking and pouring drinks for everybody. And one of them pulls out a small pouch and tosses it on the countertop. And the bartender doesn't even notice as he starts handing out drinks to everybody.
Okay.
And are we drinking? Are we going by dog pound procedure here, or John
No,
procedure?
we're gonna be significantly easier because I don't want somebody getting drunken and derailing this entire thing. And it's just beer, and this is not an expensive place, so
Yeah.
it's strong, but it's not like super
Okay.
horrible. So anybody who wants to drink the beer that these guys are paying for, please roll Constitution save.
Yep.
And
Oh, I got to-
are we doing the dog pound rules where it's considered a poison?
Yes, for dwarves.
Yes.
Well,
Speaking
I
of-
have
Anybody who has
resilience.
that kind of stuff.
Speaking of dwarves, would we know that the armor they're wearing is like a dwarven thing?
Like as a general rule, you'd be like, oh, I thought that was a dwarven thing. If you want to be like if you want to know whether or not you would know why the bartender's upset, roll history.
Okay. I would like to see if I know.
Oh,
You're pretty sure the bartender is just like super racist and like it's not cultural appropriation. It's just like, you know, adopting the culture and whatnot, and he needs to get over himself. And like, I cannot actually right now. That's Atreya's attitude about this.
In my 300 years of life,
Okay.
what have I learned?
Okay.
Amorous and Garavald are like, actually, I'm pretty sure it's more specific than that, and like you have to know at least what you're doing. And like, there's been honorary battle ragers, I think, but like those guys look like they killed battle ragers and took their armor.
That's not good.
Also, all of the demons are very drunk except whichever one rolled 18.
I don't know which
everybody else
one's
is-
an imp. One's labeled as a bard devil. One's labeled as an imp, and no,
Boop
two
is the
labels.
barb devil. Boop is the barb devil. Grobble and Tim are both imps.
Okay, so Grobble is the only non-drunk one.
Okay, and then As for Constitution, Biddles, you're fine. You've had plenty of drinks like this. Brian, you're fine. Trey, you felt it, but like you're still fine for the most part. Garival, no, I don't. I need Conce. Are Garival and Amherst drinking?
Amherst is offering his drink to anyone who wants it. He is not allowed to drink.
Also, my weasel is drunk.
Treya is actually going to
That's who
turn
else
to
is
the.
Amherst will only drink on the full moon. That's the only night he drinks.
Treya will actually turn to the guys wearing the Battle Rage armor and say, "I'm curious why the six of you insist on staying at a bar with a proprietor who's racist against your kind."
The little mountain man, he's racist. He served good beer. And they all start laughing and clinking and drinking their beers. And you get the sense that these guys may have been here a little too long and have been drinking a little too much. The bartender leans over to Amherst because he sees that you're not drinking, and he whispers, "Get rid of them, please. It'll help us a lot." And then he goes into the back room.
Garibal's gonna lean over, like, slightly. He's not drunk, but he's absolutely buzzed, and he just leans over to Amherst and whispers, "We should have asked for payment for this if they want us to get rid of them."
I'm pretty sure we can ask for a favor after this. Don't worry. I have the perfect idea.
Hold on.
Oh, here's a question. Would any of them recognize me as the real form, or as the same as the ghost that was in here earlier?
If they do, it doesn't apparently register with them, and the bartender who was out here earlier is not the one who saw you.
Right.
That
I
was
meant the
Cloud.
Battle Ragers.
Yeah, no, the Battle Ragers, if they notice, they're like drunk enough that they're like, "Hey, we're seeing double," but you know, she's
Okay.
got nice legs. These guys in particular give off a very crass aura, and they have weird foreign accents.
So I will look over at I'm whispering something to you, Garavald, and I would also whisper it over to Atreya. And I said, I'll say both of you.
The bartender needs these men removed, and we need information, so I will handle this. Be prepared to back me up.
Back you up, and Garibaldi just starts like excitedly shaking with anticipation as a showman. Because he may or may not do something drastic in his inebriated state.
Now, all of you gentlemen.
They all stop talking and look at you with a surprisingly like large amount of respect.
The bartender, is having a bad time right now and would like for all of you to leave. If you would be so kind.
Roll persuasion.
I'm not very good at that.
Ooh. Can I assist him?
Yeah. Just from the back, as soon as he's like, "Leave," and he's like, "You know it."
He's like, "Leave." He's doing like a whole showmanship of like, "You don't want to see this turtle when it gets angry. Holy shit, is it not a good thing?"
Yes. It's not very good still.
Here's a fun fact. They rolled a 2. So it actually works. They all stand up, they do an oddly militaristic bow, and they just say, "Shieldcrot, we do." And they all file out of the bar. And one of them even slaps down a nice sack of gold for Klaus's trouble. So there's like 2 sacks of gold out there, and they just leave.
Very interesting.
And you can roll history if you want to know why, because I have some lore that I can apply here.
I really want to roll history. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to as well.
22.
Oh, I
Okay,
don't
so
know
you actually remember this because you probably have a relative who was there, but there was a turtle mage who basically won a battle for the country of Pyrrhica, which is where you recognize their accent now from. And ever since then, everybody from that country basically fucking loves turtles. And that word they said, the Shieldcroat, that's their word for turtle.
Hmm.
So basically, it would be like in real life, it would be like Davy Crockett showing up.
Oh wow.
Maybe, well, okay, not Davy Crockett himself, but like somebody who, as soon as he walks into the bar, everybody's like, "Holy fuck, that guy rode with Davy Crockett," and they just be like, "Tell us stories about being a turtle." But you ask them to leave, so they fucking went. And the bartender comes out, and he's like, "Oh, thank you so much. What can I ever do to repay you?" Here, and he grabs the bags of gold. And he peeks inside and he's like, "There's 32 and there's 59 gold in these bags. Please, 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 please." And then he kind of double takes and he just hands the 1 gold. And he's like, "There's 32 gold in this bag, please."
We'll take the 32 gold. But do you also have rooms or know of somebody that has rooms that we can use if we were to need them for the night?
I can get us rooms.
You don't want to stay in this section of town. This is not the good section of town. You want to go to the craftsman district. It's much
Look.
better.
Look, we basically just pulled security for you.
You did, and
We can take
normally
care of
Klaus deals
ourselves.
with it, but he was so upset by what they
fine.
were.
Well, if you have rooms here,
This is just a tavern, my friend. The best place is in the craftsman district. If you go to the hysterical centaur, that's a tavern and an inn. They should have rooms, and if they don't, you just tell them Bob sent you.
Out of character, is there a temple that would be of my faith here?
Technically, the temple that the impresario is at is the only temple in town because they don't have enough space. But if you are a person of faith and can prove it, they openly accept people.
Okay, so we could go to the temple. They'll give us rooms.
Yes, but it is not. Rest is not needed right now.
I could use a sleep.
Our job is to find what's his name?
Gangrene.
Gangrene. Yes, of course.
That mention, Klaus bursts out of the back room with a fresh pair of pants for anyone who takes notice. And he goes, "You're looking for Gangrene? I'll take you to him for getting rid of those bastards. Fuck them." And he spits. And then he realizes that that's his floor and he has to clean that up, and he looks remorseful.
Does he react to seeing Atreya not as a ghost?
Yes, he double takes and he just shakes his head. But you guys just did him a favor, so he doesn't really want to get into it. And you did pay, so see, I'll take you to Gangrene. Gangrene's a good friend.
well, we appreciate that very much.
Yes, indeed.
Well, then follow me. And with that, we're gonna switch maps unless you guys want to keep exploring.
That's fine.
Nope. Garibaldi's good to go.
Okay, so Klaus would bring you to somewhere on the left side of the screen, pretty much anywhere over there, and he'd be like, "It's just ahead, but I cannot stomach the stench." And he would turn around and head back after saying thank you again, and telling you that if you need anything from him, please come and talk to him.
Of course.
Everybody roll perception. And please know that without rolling perception, the stink here is normal sewers bad, but there's something else you can't quite place, except apparently Atreya knows exactly what it is. It's freshly dead bodies who died from sickness.
Oh, dear.
Let's find out what I know.
Is it? It's dark down here, right?
It's dark, but there appears to be there's some lights down here, and there's torches flickering everywhere once in a while. And in a couple places there's even cracks.
What do I?
Excuse me, where the roof of this place is letting just a little bit of sunlight in. So it's dark, but it's not like pitch black. Also, with a nat 20 that I absolutely did not expect, Atreya, you can hear just the faintest buzzing from that direction.
From which direction?
Up to the north a little bit from you.
Can I tell where the scent of corpses is coming from?
Somewhere down the ways, and so you can't see a whole lot, but clearly there's like it's kind of a labyrinth down here. But if you had to guess, somewhere from up ahead where this opening is.
My weasel got a 21, and Boop got a 23.
Okay, so anybody who got over 20 besides the nat 20 would be able to hear somebody humming to themselves right here, and probably moving boxes around.
Atreya will move up to here
Okay.
to start.
So you see what appears to be a butcher. Let me explode this guy a little bit so you can see him well. He is gross, he is unkempt, and he has a hood on to keep the shit off of his body. He is not working with any meat. It's a kind of a nice, clean area, but he's clearly opening and checking these boxes and moving stuff around and organizing this little alcove right here. And he also does not see you.
Okay.
And Boop falls into the water. Not Boop,
There we go.
Biddles.
I will continue walking and ignore the demons.
No, the demons
Okay.
are fine. It's just Biddles that falls in. I said it wrong. Because
And since you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to again say you heard a very uncharacteristic buzzing, Atreya, from up there.
Yeah, that's the next place I'm heading, but I was waiting for everybody else to get past.
Yeah, so if you head up here, you're going to see the you can see a little bit into that alcove, but this is like 10 feet below, and down here starts to slope away, and then there are boxes that have curious script, and we'll say that somebody in the party understands it, but it's in like Sylvan or something that elves speak.
I'm an elf, so that helps.
Oh, yeah. So we'll just say it's in Elvish. Each box has a different label on it, and each one has the same warning: do not open unless prepared.
That's rather ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor. None of you touch these boxes.
Everybody roll me in. If you want to like investigate the boxes, roll investigation, or if you just want to kind of like in general take the sense of the room, roll perception again.
Which one would I do since I was the one reading?
Well, if you just kind of want to like nobody touch it and then kind of take a moment to make sure that nothing bad is about to jump out of the boxes, perception. If you want to actually investigate the boxes and read what's like written on them and stuff like that, that would be investigation.
Oh god.
So you're not hearing the buzzing anymore, but you are positive you heard it from here, and that's not because you scored low. That's because you scored high.
Do you want Boop to take a look?
No.
Boop
No, I
can
do
see
not.
a lot of things.
Brian, you think Atreya is crazy. You can't hear jack shit. Garavel, you heard a buzzing like you thought, but you realize it's just the wind blowing a piece of paper that's stuck between a couple of the boxes.
All right.
Biddles, you're pretty sure that there's something alive in one of the crates. At
Oh
least,
my
if
god,
not
a new
multiple.
friend!
If
Boop,
he attempts to open, I will stop him.
Boop, tell me.
What is
Boop
going
sees the
on
same
over
thing.
here?
There's a friend
yeah.
in there. We gotta get him out.
Boop can Boop is a devil, right?
Yeah.
So he can sense that there are non-normal things in the boxes that are alive.
Is Boop going to share that?
Boop, yeah, probably would. Boop talks to you, right?
Yes.
Boop is the one that's like fully sentient and not a dick.
All of them are technically like that, but yeah.
Okay, let me. You know what? We're gonna go with a really shitty Patrick Warburton attempt from Boop, and so Boop goes, "Hey, I think there's something in the boxes."
Oh,
And
she's
I
a
think it
she.
wants out. Oh, I can't do female voices,
That's
so
fine.
it's a female Patrick Warburton. demo.
Okay.
Hi. I think there's something in the boxes.
Do we really want to open these boxes that are
Yeah, I
in-
will immediately drop my glaive in front of Boob.
I
See.
like the.
Say, you clearly can't read the boxes, but they are not to be opened under any circumstance.
And well, so it says unless you're prepared. There is more writing in smaller letters on each one of the boxes.
Read the small print.
Oh yeah, let's read the fine print.
Roll investigation to see how long and how much you glean.
What is all going
19,
on
not bad.
here?
So these are they are marked as some sort of arcane mutation for sweetmeat making, and they are marked to care of they are marked to be delivered to. Hold on, let me look it up. I have the name of this place. They are marked to be delivered to Duin's Arcane Society in the Craftsman District. But they haven't been touched in a while, and with a 19 and with a 23, there is blood and traces of a 8th box that was opened, and apparently something got out. And because of the nat 20 and the 19, there is also instructions on like if you do choose to open the box, be completely prepared to use a command spell of some sort. Or just be aware of pissed off bees.
Yeah, I will translate all that to common. So if none of you have the command spell, we're moving on and leaving the boxes alone.
Why would we need the command spell for this?
I don't know.
What is the
I don't want to
purpose of-
know.
What is the purpose of these things? Cause I do have the command spell, but I don't intend to open the box.
Well, there you go. We can just
Let's
be on our merry
not.
way.
Look, I'm
These-
all for one of just saying we don't open the mysterious boxes that we don't know what's inside.
Don't these boxes need to be delivered to the craftsman's district?
That's not the job we are being paid for.
That's not our job.
That's fair. Why don't we go
Let's-
see this butcher?
Let's leave it.
What if we can
Let's
open
leave
the
them
box from
together.
far away? Wouldn't that be safe?
We will
No.
not be opening the box.
We do not.
But there's things
Stop.
inside there. They're gonna
No.
die.
No.
And let them.
Wow, you're not very nice.
This is great.
Honestly,
You're a
I
grumpy
don't want to
woman.
mess with anything in that box.
Okay, so Amorous is leaving. Is anyone following him?
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting here making sure that small child and demons don't open boxes.
Small child, excuse me?
Not you.
The small child who controls the demons.
Yeah, no, that's more correct.
Okay, so Amorous approaches the butcher. Is Biddles going to leave, or is there going to be an issue here, and we're going to have a situation?
I don't know if I can do. I probably can't. You probably need like a feat or something for that.
For what
To
specifically?
hide a cast.
I do not believe you can hide a cast if someone is looking at you, unless it doesn't have vocal or somatic components. As far as I'm aware, they all have one of those two things.
So yeah, the
Yep,
you
this
can
has
hide
both.
it. You can hide the somatic component with a sleight of hand,
But you can't hide the vocal.
but you cannot hide a vocal component.
Okay, then yeah, we'll continue.
Okay. So the butcher really, really was engrossed in his work and whistling a little tune, so he really didn't notice anybody come up. He also rolled really, really low on his perception.
Permission to come over.
Ah!
Just imagining that's how he reacted now. He just and then burped.
No, he looked around and went, ah, and he burped.
Over here. Hello, right here.
Ah! What?
May I come over?
Ah. And
Yeah.
he shakes his head no, but he gestures to come forward.
Oxymoronic?
You're
He-
giving us
he-
mixed signals there, sir.
He
Just-
he has this massive cleaver in his hand. He's clearly not using it, but he has it and he's clutching it because he's confused.
We are looking for gangrene.
Ah! Sawbones! Yeah! And he points, let me pull up the pointer tool. He points that direction, kind of just, like, clearly pointing just, like, right there, and he just goes, right there!
Thank you very much.
Ah, yeah! And then he, if nobody stops him, he just immediately backs away from the party and runs off.
All right, so we're gonna go
Strange
deeper
man.
then.
The way forward clearly is down this direction, by the way.
Yeah. As soon as he says that, like his Werewolf kind of scoped it out a little bit. He's gonna start walking down this path a little bit.
Okay. There just appears to be more tunnels down to your right and more sewer, and then up here, the stench of death gets a lot stronger,
I
and there's
know
multiple
this
openings
smell.
in the wall.
This smells of death.
Meta, please know that this was heavily influenced by the fact that you wanted to play a necromancer.
Oh.
I changed quite a bit of this particular encounter specifically for that. I think you will be very pleased. Is anybody gonna move forward?
Yes.
yeah.
One
If
second.
Garibaldi's still, or if Garibaldi's still gonna be in the lead, he's absolutely gonna take the steps forward.
One sec, I gotta find a thing here somewhere. 19 for perceiving from Cornelius for the stench.
You hear the sounds of somebody sloshing around in this unsanitary water, and you hear chains clinking, and you hear someone very large grunting.
Guys, there's somebody up ahead. There's grunting.
Of course, gangrene.
If you want to, if Brian and Garivald want to say that they walk right there, I will need stealth, or they will just be automatically seen.
Okay, I'm gonna do stealth because pass without trace is still in effect unless an hour has passed already.
No.
Okay.
Jesus, everything I has a bonus to stealth, except for
Klaus,
boop.
yeah.
So if anyone's rolling stealth, add 10 to your roll.
I'm not rolling stealth. I am 100% being seen.
Okay, so my lowest stealth is boop. No, sorry, the weasel at 19.
27
And
Go
I'm
ahead
at
and roll
40. And I'm at
17.
34 as Biddles.
Brian, go ahead and roll stealth because he just rolled an 8 for his perception. So there's a decent chance that with pass without trace, unless you get a nat 1, you're good. Basically.
Do you want me to roll stealth? Is that what...
Well,
If
he's
everyone-
not trying to be stealthy. He just so happens to be stealthy.
If everyone's looking
Yeah,
like
the
they're gonna be
effects of
stealth,
pass without trace are still in effect apparently.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I think at this point, Garibald would tell everybody to try to be stealthy if he can.
So the first thing you guys see upon peeking into the room is that there are fresh corpses and a pile of skeletons. And then upon peering a little further into the room, there is presumably the person tending to their demise. There's also, you can tell that he's been cutting into the corpses, and I didn't have a good way to put it up, but these pillars have chains wrapped around them, and he is in the process, apparently, of dissecting these people and hanging them like meat slabs. There's also a dead dog that doesn't appear to have been sick before it got killed.
Okay, hold
This
on.
is fun.
And there is, of course, the butcher himself, Gangrene to Sawbones, presumably. That's not an axe. He has a giant meat cleaver also, but it's on the end of a really long pole. I couldn't find the exact right art.
So, Does anyone else find this person just a tad bit strange? He looks very interesting.
Garibal's a little bit too far away to really properly respond.
Which direction is he looking?
He is currently looking at this pillar and that little corpse right there by the ping, which is further along in the dissection process.
Can I drag the dog back this way?
Give me stealth +10 and give me strength or athletics to pull the dog.
Okay.
And if you want to say one of your or multiple of your demons are helping you, roll the strength at advantage.
Yeah, definitely Boop would be helping. So let me find Boop. Wait, no, Boop would not help. Boop is not stealthy. Which one of you frickers are stealthy? This one can be. 21. And then for you, 25.
Yeah, so he does not hear you.
And then I need to roll strength at advantage. 18.
Yeah. You managed to start pulling it away, and he doesn't notice. So, you now have the corpse of a dog.
Okay, I'm gonna spend the next minute casting a spell.
Can I know which spell it is ahead of time?
Yes, animate dead.
Okay, perfect.
Wait, actually, can I? Would I be able to try and? Do I need to roll? Can I have one of my other ones try and grab this one?
Yes, but at this point you're taking a lot of time, and you're closer to him.
Oh, that's fine.
So the strength will be at advantage still, but the stealth will be at disadvantage.
Oh, that's fine.
And I'm gonna re-roll his perception to see if he gets better than 8. Oh my God, he rolled 8 again. So
Okay.
yeah, you're good. You managed to get that one too.
Okay, so yep. So I drag those back, and I'm gonna spend the next minute resurrecting them. I'll let you handle tokens for that.
Yeah. Okay. So you pull like all the way back here.
Yeah. Oh, I thought those were just part of the map. Okay.
They technically were on the map layer, but I put them there specifically to address this.
Okay, so let me. No, I thought they were like part of the map.
Oh yeah. So while he's doing that, how is the rest of the party reacting and responding? Because clearly he's a necromancer and he's about to raise some bodies. But like, what would you guys like to do in the couple minutes?
Garibaldi is not really paying attention. He's more watching the butcher at this point.
The butcher is humming a little bit to himself. You can't really, if you want to roll like investigation or nature to figure out more about him, I will let you do that. And since you've got plenty of time to study him, I'll give you it at advantage.
Okay.
And you're a necromancer, so you get one cast of that, and you get 2 of those, right?
Yes, correct. Because I have.
Okay,
that
so you're
thingy
doing,
with
and you're
Vigor.
using both of these. You're using both of these bodies, right?
Yes, because I can get 2 for 1.
Fuck yeah, let's
Just
do
like
it.
at Target.
I'd like to do a nature check on him, so that's what I'm going to do.
Drop the 10s from that. I forgot to uncheck pass without trace.
Okay, as far as investigation goes, he appears to have with only a 15. You can say it's hard to tell, but these people appear to have died in pain and probably not from their wounds. With a 19, I will say that you can probably guess that either he either mercy killed them so he can dissect them and figure out what's wrong with them, or they weren't paying attention when he killed them, basically. With a 20 check for nature, though, you can tell that, 1, all of the corpses that he's not dealing with currently were very, very sick and probably contagious while they were alive. If you want to roll medicine to know whether or not you guys should be afraid, that's fine. But the one he's cutting up currently, you can tell by the way he's like skinning it and exposing its veins, he is not butchering it for meat. He is scientifically shredding this thing so he can figure out all the shit.
Yeah, I remember where he was trying to study the infection that's going on. And so medicine at normal, correct?
Yes. Well, I mean, you can have advantage for taking a long time to figure this stuff out too.
24.
I suppose. 24. I will say that with that kind of check, it's pretty clear that these people. I know the art makes it look like they were chopped like almost in
Yeah.
fucking half, but all of the wounds were post-mortem. So
Yeah.
he did not necessarily murder all of these people. But there is an awfully suspicious stack of skeletons also in the back. And he's very, very crude about it, but he knows what he's trying to do, and he's going about it as best he can.
Yes, and
And then while all of that is going on, Meta does manage to raise the dog and the woman. I'm trying to find the woman's token. I have the dog's token
They'd probably
already.
they'd probably be zombies, right? Because they were still fleshy.
Yeah, but I have very specific tokens that I want to use for this particular little Dubabi. Or at least I thought I had it. There it is. Okay, cool. Uploading them now.
And you might want to make them tokens because
Yes, I'm about to make. I'm uploading the tokens that I made. They look completely different than those things.
Yep, yeah, because Biddles,
because-
whenever part of his thing is whenever he raises the undead, he will burn that spell slot every single day to keep them alive.
Yes. I'm just going to put them the tokens under your control here in a second. But they come to life, and for anybody who's watching, you realize that Biddles McKraken fucks not around when he raises the dead. As they come to life and they look horrifying. They're just oozing with necrotic energy and power.
that's fine. Ilmater supports the ideas of a necromancy, so it's Amorous has no problem with this.
Well, la-di-da, but like also, if you were wondering if Biddles knew what he was doing, yes, he does.
Okay, so here's the interesting part. Okay, so I look at him, he's like, oh, he's just a man of medicine. I've got no problem with this, and unless someone tells him not, he's walking out to talk to him now.
Well, none of us are
I
near
mean-
you other than the necromancer, so...
Yep, and so
But
I'm
also,
walking-
he moves fairly slow. He is a turtle, for crying out loud, so...
I'm an old turtle as well.
Meta, not that you
So-
need it, but I just added the zombie character sheet to your journal that you should be able to...
Well,
use.
Once he sees you walk out, Michael or Brian, fuck, I don't know my own character's name apparently. Brian is going to walk up as well.
Okay, and...
Greetings, sir.
He notices you, and he turns around. He turns around as soon as you guys start moving towards him, and he goes, "Had a nice peek, did ya?
Oh,
Been
it's-
watching me for a minute."
My apologies. Just wanted to see what you were doing. I can see you're trying to figure out their infection.
Yeah, I'm calling this Muddy Wing. It's a plague, and I don't like plagues.
I don't believe any of us likes plagues here.
I hope not. None of you is infected, is ya?
No, not that I know of. Ilmater would let me know if I was infective.
No, I think you're all clean.
And my
What's with
echoes
the
are
black
fine,
and
by the way.
white one?
It seems to be some strange capability.
It's not like
No,
chromostasis where you just lose your color then.
it's not an infection or anything like that. That I can tell you.
He can. It's not just black and white. He can see through her. Here, I'll.
He walks up. He does not touch, but he walks up and he peers. He peers at what's going on. I don't think you're like trying to hide behind the corner, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he doesn't see you. He does see Biddles' menagerie though, because at this point I really don't think they can stay
second
hidden without a
paragraph
full wall.
is the one that has the information, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay, perfect. So he takes a look at it at you all, and he's just like, "Well, if you're not sick, what are you here for? What can the Sawbones do for you?"
I'm here for friends. Do you want to be my friend?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, that's not gonna go well.
It never does.
Apparently I'm proficient in it despite being -1, so here we go.
Well, Icareth has a -3 ability modifier to wisdom, but because he's a wizard, he has proficiency in wisdom saving throws, so it comes out an even 0.
13.
It is the only reason why he hasn't perished permanently in Dog Pound. I am 90% positive.
13.
You are a bit intimidated by him. Yeah, by a factor of 7. So play that how you will, but he is scary, and when you ask him if he wants to be friends, he says no.
Is that your final third level,
Yeah.
second level spell slot?
Can everybody see his aura?
No.
No.
How about now?
No.
Oh, all he did was there we go. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
That's darkness, and it just kind of spreads out. It just springs into existence.
I only
around
have
Biddles.
3 second level spell slots, and it's Darkness, Suggestion, and Magic Mouth, so...
You are out.
You use darkness twice and suggestions once, right? You cast
Oh,
them
did
all
I?
at second level.
So you have to have used a 3rd level spell slot for this
Okay,
darkness.
that's fine.
Cast this
I'll do that.
darkness.
It's very dark though.
Yeah.
Ah!
And,
Damn it.
I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws, and also I need all of you to know that you heard flesh rend just now.
oh boy.
No one takes any damage or anything like that, but the ground
Oh.
shakes a little bit. Atreya, you and your echo
So-
are fine.
No, pause
Um,
pause there. Those are 2 separate rolls. The Echo got a 7, Atreya got a 23, and not 20.
Okay, so if the echo is like a physical person, they fall to the ground. Everyone else except Amorous, you stay standing as the ground shakes surprisingly, and you can't see anything. And the like you feel the ground, the platform of the ground around the sewer shift a little bit under some ungodly amount of weight.
How do my zombies make saving throws?
So if there's not a proficiency with saving throws or skills on an NPC sheet, you just click the ability that uses them. So if they're not proficient in saving throws or have a bonus to it, then you just click dexterity.
Okay, and I still can't control the dog.
That's my problem, because it's my job to
I
fix
don't know
this
what
kind
that
of stuff.
means.
Oh, it's
I
because I didn't officially. There you go. You should
Why
be able to
didn't
control
I
it
have
now.
2 there?
Because the zombie sheet is set to always roll at advantage. Let me fix that real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, so everybody except Amorous and if you roll under an 11, you're good basically. If you rolled less than that, you are knocked over as
Okay, so Boop,
something assumedly
the
horrible
water.
happens.
Boop falls in the
Mhm.
water, zombie falls in the water, zombie
God
falls
damn
in the
it!
water.
This is nasty. I think.
She can see through this darkness, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say she can see through this darkness because you cast it. And I need her to make.
Well, she just has an ability to see through it to begin with.
Yeah,
Apparently.
but she can see what's going on. That means.
Yep.
And I need a charisma saving throw
From.
from Boop.
Okay. I have an event. I have a good thing for that.
Okay, not scared. But Boop points at what's in front of her. I guess nobody can Biddles can see it though, because it's his darkness, right?
I don't know how darkness works. Noah?
Noah? J Gigs?
The caster does not get automatic protection from darkness.
Well, there you go.
Oh, so no, you can't see, but you hear Boop just whisper, "Horrible." horrors, horrors, and point in the direction of what's going on. And they look combat ready, like they are about to throw hands.
You hear a very angry turtle who has been tipped over onto his upside down, dangling in the air.
Inside the darkness.
This blessed twilight pierce the darkness as I fire off of dispel magic and to end this.
Okay, but you have to use a spell slot of 4th or higher because he's casting at 3rd level. We just established
But
that.
no, third matches. It's that spell slot.
Okay.
Spell
There you
level
go.
to spell level, it automatically breaks it.
Okay, so go ahead and drop the aura. However, what greets your guys' eyes, I'm going to need Constitution saving throws because all that fleshy noise you heard transformed Sawbones to his true form, Gangrene the Butcher.
I was trying to say, in the darkness, I touch myself with my abilities that I could post.
My weasel did not do well. Nor did Boop, apparently.
I don't need to
If you
roll this one for the echo because it has immunity to all conditions.
No, yeah, if it can't be frightened, basically, it's good. So
So
if you scored under a 14, you have a -2 to attack rolls against Gangrene as the fear settles in. And let me explain what you're seeing. He is blown up in size to a size larger. His head is almost touching the roof, and there is just an innumerable amount of skulls just perched on his shoulder. He's wielding 2 rusty, dripping axes, and he has a greatsword on his back. And as he's standing there, just occasionally a skull plops into the water as it doesn't seem his mantle of skulls does not seem to run out. And he goes, and he just looks at everybody and he's like, "We gonna rumble?"
I prefer it
And
if
so
we didn't.
That's a question. That's a question, by the way.
I would
We're
prefer
not
if
here
we
for
didn't.
battle.
We were not here for battle. You spooked the
Well.
wee child. We're sorry about that, but he scares very easily and tends to make darkness in his wake when he's scared. But honestly, that's the preferable method rather than him actually shitting himself.
Go ahead and roll persuasion if you honestly think your character thinks that true, or deception if you are just trying to flatter him into not attacking.
No, he's being genuine here.
Okay, then roll persuasion.
Oh shit!
And
Wow.
he laughs. He fucking laughs, and it's a long, hearty chuckle. It starts low, and he just gets worse and worse, and then I'm just gonna fucking say that with a nat 20 that early in the proceedings and stuff like that, there's kind of not an explosion. There's like a ripple of skulls as they kind of cover him from vision, and when they all have dropped into the water, he's back to his normal shape, and he's just standing there, laughing.
That's a cool
You
trick.
don't know
mister.
where his weapons or his skulls went, but the skulls that dropped from his mantle are still floating in the water.
Garibald just takes a little sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God.
That's a cool trick, mister. Can you teach me?
Yeah, I can teach you. You got 3 years.
After this, I don't think I got anything else.
Then I'll make you an apprentice, Sawbones, and together we'll frighten anyone we want.
I already made 2 new friends here.
And he points to
The zombies.
Yep.
And he frowns at that, and he goes, "We might have a problem with that. Don't like the dead walking after they've been dead."
Don't worry, they're friendly.
And they both smile.
I'm pretty sure you have to tell them to smile, though.
Oh
so
yeah, he's telling. Oh no, I think
Biddles is
you have a telepathic or not? I thought you did. I thought they did.
You might. You probably do.
You mentally command. Yeah, so I can mentally command
Okay,
them to
good,
do
good.
that. That's what I
Okay,
thought.
good. Yeah, so they awkwardly smile, and he just kind of grins back, and he goes, "I trust you, little green one. Now," and he slams his cleaver into what is assumably the cobblestone or stone lining of the sewer. There's a shattering noise even under the water, and he goes, "What do you want?"
Am I dead
We've-
yet?
Hold on. And Garivald is gonna like sneak past everybody to go over to Amorous and help them up.
I'm not coming out of my shell!
It's okay.
I'll survive forever in here going!
Amorous, it's okay. The situation's been diffused. It's okay.
While that's happening, we'll do the magic swap locations.
Okay.
So
He looks over at you, and he's like, "Ah, I guess a nice little bit in the dark scared you back to normal. What are you, a ghost?"
not a ghost at all, and then the echo is gonna walk up behind Brian.
"Oh, twins." And he just nods knowingly.
No one's dead.
Anyhow,
Where'd the skull man go?
Amorous, it's okay. It's just sawbones.
The sawbones, thank you.
I'm sorry. The sawbones. I apologize.
So
We mean no disrespect. We're a little new to the area, and we're not familiar enough with your reputation.
Well, if you need victuals, then I highly
Oh,
suggest
no,
Klaus
the-
at the Backwards Dwarf.
No. The whole
It's fine, it's fine.
transformation.
I don't
Just what-
sell meat to Klaus. And he laughs really hard at his own joke.
But the transformation thing was absolutely enough to show your might.
Huh.
And I at least must say that the reputation of the Sawbones was not able to prepare me for what I just saw.
That bastard fucker. If I catch him again without his goons, he's gonna die.
Which person are we talking about?
The bastard!
Oh, the bastard.
Mm,
Sorry, I was in my shell for a bit.
nah, you stayed in there much longer and I was gonna turn you into soup.
Now, there's no need to get that hostile.
Need has nothing to do with it, boy. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. You match his level of intimidation, and you're kind of like, okay, calm down. But you are not actually more scared of him than you were a second ago.
I'm gonna have the echo walk up to the corpse and look at all the damage he's done to it.
Yeah, so it's surprisingly little damage. It is completely skinned, and if you care to know, the skin is lying in a single neat piece floating in the garbage on the other side of the pillar. The body is suspended by a hook through the skull, and all of like the muscles themselves have been separated, but he hasn't actually made any incisions to slice open the muscles. He's just separated them, and he's for such a large blade and such a large hand, he's actually done a pretty good job of inspecting this thing. But also, this thing was clearly not well, as there's like damage and growth in like the veins and stuff. So whatever happened is not chill. And also, it's pretty gross.
Well, now that I'm out of my shell,
I'll be right back.
you don't like the bastard.
Mm.
I guess being called a bastard and being a bastard at the same time would be understandable not to like him.
No, it's more than that. I patch up all the minions at Cataxis Agrigentum until that bastard tried to trick me. You can't patch up a zombie, and that's what those fucking monstrosities are. Nothing more than zombies. And he's got them dressed up to look like me. It's preposterous.
Well,
If I see
Me-
the bastard again, I'm gonna kill him.
well, and Garibal's gonna look over to Amorous because out of character, who has the pit or the nest?
Anybody who wants to have been holding it can have the nest. It's also important that Troubadour also gave you the pigeon in case you need to track wherever the nest. Like if you managed a successful handoff and you want to track where it goes in the moment. He's expecting that one back though because he needs it to aim the drill.
No, and that's fine.
Do you want
Yeah.
do you want it in a space that almost nobody can get to?
I'm
'Cause
assuming you're gonna put it in
Unless
your
you
shell.
unless you carve me open, you can't get it out of my shell.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with leaving it in your shell. It's just like this is where Garibal's gonna do like the whole proposal to give it to the butcher. If we wanted to go that route.
Well, yes, of course, we can discuss that with him. And
Thank you for clarifying. That could have caused some problems.
Yeah, no, I was swapping out Firebolt because it wasn't thematically appropriate for that spell instead.
And
do you want to make the
proposal before Amorous hands it to you, or do you want Amorous to grab the nest now?
I was gonna do a whole show where he was gonna talk it up a little bit and then have you pull it out of your shell.
Okay.
That's kind of his bit because even though he's not very charismatic in terms of a lot of things, he's a showman. He likes to talk things up.
Well, I'll give you a good pat on the shoulder.
You've got this.
Let me know when you need me, and you get guidance from me.
Okay. Well, the Sawbones, we do have let's say something that you might be interested in here. We have a relic that we came across as a group in our last adventure, and it has a bit of a necromantic power. We don't know.
And he backs up and he goes,
No,
"No,
no,
necromancy."
No. Listen. You don't have to use it. However, you can give it to your boss and get some favor to have a one-up over the bastard.
Listen to me, and you listen close. And he sloshes forward through the muck until he's towering over you. And he goes, "I don't work for Ankra Bot." And if you want to roll insight, you can check to see if he's telling the truth.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna roll insight.
Can I roll it as well?
Anybody who wants to is listening to this conversation.
What's an insight?
Insight is like to guess
No,
people's
what's
motives.
the stat for it?
It's
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
It should be in your skills.
Well, like I'm on my other things,
Oh, I gotcha.
and they don't have it. Wait, this one does. Wait, and so does this one. So ignore that first imp roll.
Okay, if anybody got above a 6, you know for that he does not work for the dragon anymore. That connection has been severed. If you got higher than a 20, you also know that he's just a little bit sad about that.
I apologize. I apologize. From the conversations that we have had
It's
on
not
the
like
city.
it worked for him for years. And he kind of sloshes back over to the body and starts fiddling with it again.
Well,
It's not like I patched up every single one of those fucking soldiers of his. It's not like people tried to raid Cataxis ever, and they had wounds and someone had to
Well-
patch them up.
the Sawbones, why don't you use this as a means to get back into his employment if you so wish to do so?
I don't want to work for him until Bastard is dead. And I'm gonna kill him myself.
Look, I understand that you hate the bastard. From what I've talked to with other people, a lot of people hate the bastard. I
Yeah,
myself
that's
have
why
never
they call him
inquired-
that, you know.
I myself have not met him, and I already hate the bastard.
Well, if you don't kill him. He's mine.
Oh, no. I would never think to steal the glory of the kill from you. Absolutely not. However, I am offering you
It's not a
something.
big glory.
I mean, you talk as if you would like to have the glory of killing him, to have the
Glory
one-up
is for
over him.
others to revel in, and for little pussy pansy people to be like, "Oh, look at me! I want his heart ripped out his soul through his ass."
So you want to teach him the...
You want to teach him that there is no one greater than you, and that he should never have crossed you.
And he looks super frustrated, and he's like, "No, I want him dead, and I
And
want to be the one to do it because he's a bastard."
Yes. and
Roll
that's the
insight again.
And yes, that's the ultimate way to do it.
Garivald.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you guys want you can tell he's getting heated, and so Atreya and Amherst, you're going to actively try to shut Garivald up. Garivald, you, however, are you would understand that he literally he just hates the bastard, and this line of questioning is making him angry, and that you guys probably shouldn't go after the bastard yourself if you want to stay on his good side.
Okay. I apologize.
Literally, he's not complicated enough of a creature to think anything beyond bastard was a bastard to me. I want him dead.
I understand that you want to kill him. And honestly, I think that's the most appropriate. How should I put this? The most appropriate show that you can give to him is to just straight up kill him. Yes, that's the best way to do it. You want to do the ultimate thing and put him in a grave, and I, for one, can fully support that.
Good.
Do you think you can kill a dragon?
No,
Wait, no,
he's not.
That's not a dragon!
No, stop.
The bastard dragon, right?
Would all of you stop it?
Because the dragon wasn't a dragon, but that's a dragon, the bastard dragon.
No, the dragon is just a title. He's not a real dragon. And he chuckles like he knows something.
Meta, make a wisdom save for me.
Yeah, let me go find it.
What's your DC, Garivald?
14.
Okay.
I can make all of you quiet if you don't shut up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you've got Biddles.
I immediately hold him and just have him. I just go shut up, and he just immediately goes still, not able to talk.
1 second.
That's it. That's all he's able to do. Can't talk, can't move, nothing.
Keep in mind, Atreya and Amorous are trying to shush you, though.
I understand. Guys, stop. I'm not gonna get us in trouble. He's not mad at us. Stop. It's fine.
Might be if you continue yammering with no point.
I'm
So
not.
far, I just know you also don't like the bastard, but that's a given, because his name is Bastard.
Yes, I just want to help you have.
I don't need help.
Okay. I apologize. I just wanted to offer assistance, but if you clearly don't want it, then we will take this item somewhere else.
You bring the bastard to me, alive and unsuspecting.
If we can coax him.
Don't count on it, though. He's not smart enough to understand tricks. He understands two things: pain and mocking people.
I mean, there is a way that I might have something there that could help, but are you planning on staying down in this particular area for a while?
No. Once I finish with his bodies, there's more sick people to, deal with.
I understand. I just figured that what better way for you to kill him than in home turf, so to say.
Look, I don't believe in altruistic notions of reality. What do you want from me?
I just want to help you.
No, you don't.
I legitimately do. You seem like you want to get back into the dragon's good side and under his employment again. And I wish to help, even if it means that we give you an item that we have no use for you to give to him to be able to get into his good graces again. I understand that you don't want it, and that's fine.
What? You want what?
We want to just help you. That's what we do. We help people.
No, that's not what people do. People
That is what
help
I
people.
do.
Roll persuasion?
Okay.
And remember, you have a D4 because you still haven't used it.
Yep, I'm using the D4 too just to play it safe. That's a 23.
Yeah, okay, so he's like, alright. So what was your plan other than coming down here and scaring me and taking corpses?
I wasn't trying. Well,
Just be
okay.
simple, little man. I do not want time for
I-
these games.
Look, I did not wish to interrupt the butcher during his work. I did not wish to startle him.
Sawbones!
I'm
The
sorry.
Sawbones! I
I'm
own
sorry.
a butcher shop. I'm not
I'm
the
sorry.
butcher.
I'm sorry.
That's what the bastard calls me.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to mentally keep the child at bay because he likes to rattle right now.
Let me know when a
little
minute is
man would want
passed.
skulls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it
At
runs
this
out
point-
somewhere around now.
I was gonna say like about now is when it runs out.
Yeah.
How rude!
I'm sorry, but
Little man shows spunk.
we're just trying to have a conversation, and I apologize. I won't
You're
do
not
it again.
having a good conversation. Little man, what is he babbling about?
I don't know. I think yes, there's stuff and there's treasure and we're gonna get it and we don't.
Immediately right back. Shut up. Like, in other words, the same.
Did you cast the same spell?
Uh-huh.
However, he fucking rolled really good on his insight, so he looks back at you, kind of regardless of how this spell goes, and he goes, "Oh, you want the treasure in Catax's Agregentum? That's rich. How are a bunch of spineless little weasels like you? Oh shit, there is a weasel. That's funny. How do you plan on doing that?"
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag.
Oh, is there a cat too? I love
Nope.
cats.
I-
Lovely little morsels.
Before we go into specifics, let me ask you a question.
If it makes sense.
It'll make sense. Are you
Uh,
interested in the treasure yourself?
What's your armor class? Puzz?
Armor class is 11.
Oh my
Okay, you
God,
get bit.
It's
For 1 damage. Roll concentration check.
Damn it, stupid weasel.
Oh my God. Even a CR rating creature that's only capable of doing 1 damage per turn might have just
That is-
fucking saved
That
Biddles
is his
McKraken.
reaction. It's just as soon as he gets bit, he's like, "God damn it, the little weasel!" Like, "God
Your
damn it."
concentration.
Yeah, you gotta roll
Yeah, I know.
concentration.
I'm rolling. That's just what concentration, right?
Yeah, con save DC 10.
Con save DC 10.
Oh! That was very rude. You see what they're doing to me, Mr. Butcher? No, sorry, Mr. Sawbones. All respect. They're just trying to shut me up. We can be friends. Look at me. I got zombies. You got corpses. Everybody wins.
Roll persuasion, Meta.
Yes.
Zombies.
And Biddles is going to say, "Hey, Boop, help me out." Wait, is that the one with that? No,
Yeah,
sorry,
Boop.
one of the imps. Tim.
And Tim giggles hysterically, and I assume he knows what you're talking about.
Yes, he can speak common apparently.
Yeah, imps are fucking weird. Oh shit. So yeah, he goes, "All right, nobody talks but the little green man." he goes on one knee in the sludge right next to you and gently says, "What is it these blokes want from me?"
Oh no, let me ask. What do you?
He goes over and says and goes,
What do you want? You keep holding me. It sucks. What do you want?
I could just straight up tell him, but everyone keeps
Boop.
cutting me off.
Boop tells you, "Aren't we supposed to be like giving him treasure so he gives it to his boss so we can steal all his stuff? Isn't that the plan?"
We want treasure, and we are going to do things, but we need your help somehow. I don't know, but I want to be friends.
So they don't tell you much is what I'm gathering.
They don't. I think it's because I've never had a lot of friends. That's why I have to make my friends.
Alright, no stress. You've got a friend in me. Big man! And he points at Brian and he goes, short version, what's up?
Short version is we want the treasure.
Ha! I can get behind that. Fucking bastard would get in so much trouble, he might fucking do something stupid where I can gut him.
See, I told
How
you it was
can I
about the
help?
treasure.
So
Right.
you would help us with this, then?
Can I just say it straight up so that we don't dodge the question anymore?
I
mean,
didn't
I
even know
wasn't
turtles
talking
could
to
talk,
Quacker.
let alone grow that big. This is an interesting day for me.
Out of
And he
character.
walks over to Amorous.
Out of character, Biddles has absolutely no idea what we're doing. He just knows there's treasure, and he's happy to be doing something with a bunch of other people together. He-
You are playing that so fucking well, by the
Yes,
way.
it's very well.
Thank you.
Here's the plan, my friend. It is not to go through the whole dungeon. We need to go straight through via drill. And we have a magic item that could point us in the right direction to drill straight to it. So bypass all the security and just go into the vault with
Hold
no
up.
problem.
Oh yeah, the big mechanical man said that we have to drill something, and he wanted meat for his mouth.
Oh. You should have started with that. That's pretty
Well-
simple. That's actually pretty brilliant. They,
We-
no, wait,
apologize,
if the
but
drill works, this is the best plan I've ever heard. Who ever
I-
thought of digging 1,000 feet through the ground?
I do apologize that we weren't straightforward with you from the start. However, we also didn't know how willing you'd be to cooperate. But if it gets the bastard in trouble, I feel like you'd be fully on board now.
Yeah. I am. So you're trying. Hold. Let me get this straight. You have something that'll let you point a hole to the vault.
Yep.
And all you want is to get that treasure in
To
the vault.
Yep.
And
that's
all you
we
need
have to
from
do.
me is knowing how to do that.
Yep.
I feel like the turtle and the green one should have talked first. All right. So here's how you want to do this. You're
Yes.
either gonna go. There's
Like
two
we-
ways you want to do it. If you want more power and more terror than you've ever felt before, you go talk to Karen. She'll hook you up with a deal. She fucking buys things. You have something you want. She gives everything she gets to Ankrabat. That'll be one way to do it. You don't fucking touch Bastard. That one, and he points to Garivald, the mouthy one, he seems like he's got something to prove. If that's the case, head to the arena. Go talk to Don. Fix a fight, and have Chuckles see it. He'll fucking want whatever you've got.
I don't wish to have a fight. I'm more of a showman.
I'm always down for a fight.
Don't let him be. He's a good person. He's the greatest showman. He just doesn't know it yet. You gotta be confident. Project your truth.
Pick a
Now,
fight.
if you want Chuckles, stage a fight, win the fight, offer to give Chuckles the object if you lose a fight with Chuckles. He won't be able to resist that. Otherwise, give up something you're not attached to that's valuable to the witch.
And you said the witch would give this directly to the dragon, correct?
Maybe not directly. A lot of that stuff goes through the dungeon until he's got a chance to check it out and whatnot. There's a lot of hodgepodge in the bastard's dungeon.
Which one was the witch?
The devil
The devil
herself.
herself.
Gotcha.
So he is recommending Chuckles or the devil himself. He's saying don't touch Bastard because that's his personally. He has not mentioned Impresario or Gary yet. If you want to question me
guys,
about that.
Look, I have.
What-
See my friends, the demons? I can be friends with her. Well, she'll
Yeah,
help us out.
Oh, she's not a fiend, little one. She's a witch, and the
But she
worst
said
witch.
she's a devil.
No, she is the devil. She's not a devil.
But
She
isn't the devil a
is.
devil? Or why would he
It's
be
a-
called the devil?
He looks stumped. He
Okay,
just goes silent.
I'll say this right now. Remember how here, I'll handle this. Remember how the dragon's not a dragon? The devil herself is not
could
a
be a
devil
dragon.
herself. The devil herself is not a devil.
What if
Because
she's a
she-
devil in hiding and she's pretending to not be a devil? Because that's something a devil would do. Real quick. Both Grobble and Tim turn
Yeah.
into ravens. See? They can change their form. Why can't the devil?
Because because if the archdevil was on the mortal plane, it would give off extreme effects of magic across the entirety of this area.
But Boop is a devil.
Archdevil is a far more dangerous thing, my friend.
I think
I don't know. I think Boop's pretty dangerous.
we may be better served dealing with.
He looks really confused, and he says, "She's not a devil. We just call her the devil because she seems like the devil. She's just a warlock."
Does she wear Prada?
I think she's very proud of what she wears. Yes. Then again, most women are.
I think we are going to be far better off staging a fight.
I don't even need to stage
Agreed.
a fight. I will gladly get into a fight with someone. If it means that I get hurt, then I will do it.
Boop, do you want to fight?
Perhaps, and Atreya will look directly at Brian. Perhaps the two of us should go at it just for fun. Whoever wins the spar can throw the match against what's his name again?
Chuckles.
Against Chuckles. What a name for a fighter.
Well, you know why they call him Chuckles, right?
I want.
Unfortunately, no. Or
Ah,
fortunately,
he's-
I'm not sure which.
Chuckles is a Shadar Kai, sworn to the service of the Raven Queen. They have no emotions. They don't talk much either as a general rule, but Chuckles takes that to the extreme. No one even knows if he can speak. The only time you hear him make any noise besides breathing is when he laughs right before he makes a kill.
Maybe somebody's
they call him
casting a spell
Chuckles.
on him.
I think he's just a penis.
I have a penis. Am I a
Ah.
penis?
I mean, do you want to be?
I don't
you're
think
saying
so.
It's
So you're
kind of
saying-
like, it's up to you.
Okay, I'm not a penis then. Are you
So
a
you're
penis?
saying- So you're saying you're saying the likely quicker way for this item to end up within the vault would be to go through Chuckles.
Yeah, I think so. That's my opinion, anyways. Just stay away from the bastard. Make a big show. Word of warning, though. The Don, he doesn't give kindly to people who don't look intimidating. So he's fine, and he points to Brian. But he goes, a turtle, a child man in something green. And I don't know what's up with this one here. But I suppose having two of yourself is pretty terrifying. So.
I mean, she is 6 foot, wearing plate armor, and has a big ass weapon.
Yeah, so
I can be
that's-
intimidating.
That's fair.
And he puffs up his chest.
Roll intimidation for me. There we fucking go. And he goes, of course you can, little green one. Of course you can. You know what? Do you know what they say to the most intimidating people? And he comes over and he does the thing where he goes down on one knee and he's talking to Biddles like he's a favored student, but like clearly a child.
Well, technically, he is your student at this point after this campaign.
Yeah, no, he's you didn't fight him and you made him feel good about himself. And so he goes, I've got something here for you. And he reaches behind himself, which you guys have seen him turn around. There's nothing on his back except scars. But he reaches over his shoulder behind his back and he pulls a dread helm out that's roughly the size of Biddle's head. And he says, this is what they give to the scariest people.
Oh,
And,
so pretty.
Real quick,
So basically, it's a helmet that makes your eyes glow red.
Oh, so he loves it. It's amazing! And he reaches behind his back and pulls out a piece of cake and says, "Here, this is for you. Boop likes it too."
Wonderful. And I'm assuming it's small enough he can eat it in one bite.
Yeah, it's just a little like cupcake.
And he goes, "Mwah, delicious." Now, is there anything else can I do for you? Because these bodies aren't gonna get any colder.
They could if you need them to. And she just starts swirling some ice in her hand.
All my words, so no.
I can make them warmer.
No, they're fine the way they are. The joke was it doesn't matter. I just want you to go away now.
By your leave.
Unless you guys want to ask him about the two people he didn't mention.
No, it's fine.
No.
There is Amherst looks very angry that he's been called intimidating. Not intimidating.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's debating whether he wants to waste a 3rd level spell slot in one of his abilities right now.
Well, the gangrene is just going back to cutting open the body that he had, so...
He won't.
Okay, I'm going to copy Meta's new tokens here to bring him with us. And so, I'm assuming you guys are leaving?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, where would you guys like to go next?
We're gonna go
I guess we're going to see the dawn.
Chuckles.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna have to be it because I gotta get dinner for my wife and I.
Fuck, it
continuing
is
tomorrow?
6:30 already.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, we can continue tomorrow. I only got a couple of people to sign up for a run tomorrow anyways.
I might not be around tomorrow though.
I'm at work.
Shit.
Are we gonna have to have like a pseudo
guys-
session before Sunday session?
So
Yeah.
you guys can go without me if you need to. Like if
Well, no,
you
there's
guys
multiple
keep going.
people who want to leave.
I mean, we can do it.
You
We
guys-
can continue another time if we want to figure out a day we can all meet. Like,
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, I've got everything set up, and I'm free pretty much every night except the nights that we have Dogpound and Noah's campaign. So
hopefully, I didn't take up too much of the limelight from you guys.
No, this was fun.
no, my only complaint for you guys is it took you a hot minute to get going. Once you guys actually started taking initiative on stuff, this went really
Yeah, it was just-
smoothly. And
how
I'm
was-
very
How
happy.
is that
I-
encounter
I-
supposed to go?
I know I'm
So
very tamed at the moment. I was waiting for something to happen that never happened.
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep using up my spells on frickin' meta to keep going.
Well, I
but
mean,
you
I at this point have 2 first levels and a 3rd level, and that's all I've got left because I automatically deducted my 4th level because I have my demon out, and I automatically deducted one of my 3rd levels for Glyph of Warding, which was used with Summon Lesser Demon.
So here's how this, if talking to Sawbones was supposed to go. You were either supposed to pretty quickly just find a way, find somebody to make you to bring you to him, and then he was supposed to either be like super aggro and start a fight and then puss out of it almost immediately, or you guys were supposed to just make a little bit more sense to someone so simple and tell him what you wanted a little easier, and he was just going to tell you the best way to go about it. Like he has information on everybody if you ask a lot of questions and stuff like that of him. And then he was supposed to be a bonus basically for you guys to get a little bit more lore about Ankrabot and his operation, or it was supposed to be just a fun little fight. Like the fight wasn't supposed to last for more than 2 rounds, and I was really going to hustle you guys through combat.
What is my thingy that I got?
It is a dread helm. It should be an item that you can just click and drag from the compendium list.
Red eyes. I don't know how to do that, so
Mhm.
I just added Dread Helm Red Eyes.
Yeah, that works.
Campers, how are we doing tonight?
We are done.
We gotta continue another night. 'cause
man.
It lasted a long time.
Just
I
add
can't-
me in
we
chat
took
and I'll
like
check
45 minutes to start, and then it took another 45 minutes to build momentum, and then by the time
Nice.
we got done, we were having too much fun to pay attention to.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
fine.
I'll catch you guys later. Have a good
Yeah,
night.
see ya.
Good night, gigs.
See you guys. But I'm gonna learn how to do Chris McLean's voice for Pavernal. I can't imagine him as anyone else now. All right, Roslyn, why are you such a big bitch? That'd be
That's fair.
yeah. And also, I think
I
like
made
just
friends and secured an apprenticeship.
nice.
Yeah, no, he talked to possibly the most terrifying person here and came out of it out the other end with a magic item and promises of tutelage.
Also, we haven't
So-
been in combat, and I've used all but
Yeah,
I forget what I used. I've used all but
Like
1
4
third level spell
spell slots.
slot and 2 first levels.
it got real messy.
All right, thank you people for watching. We will figure out a day that this will return, and see you Friday for sure